cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our King. I can give you justice. Cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our King.
Alrighty, I think we're live. Hello?
What's happening, guys?
I don't even know where to start.
Dracarys.
Hey everybody, yeah. So we just got through watching episode 4 of, like you said, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It's what it feels like.
Anyway, before we get into all that, hello everybody. Hello. What's going on? This is I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. This is just fucking stupid is what it is now.
Yeah.
It really is. We have a couple of things, but we'll run through it really quick, I guess. But anyway, first, let's say hello to everybody because this is still the real world, and we're here.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, let's see who we got here. Let's do
there's no Santa Claus.
A few shout outs here before we get started. I know I can't get to everybody, but hello, Carol Brown, Michael Lupo, Amy Mangone, Tessa, Philosophy of the Stars, Michael Nelson, hello. Andrew Edwards, Chip the Swarm, Takedo, Natalie Sanchez, No, Karen W., Dragon Boy, Matthew Hernandez, Aaron Michelle, Peach, hello, Cicely, Shara, JPV, Mommy of Mutants, hello everyone. Ice Spider, Lady Celtic, Annie, Michelle, there's Michelle, let's see, well now it's flying by, but anyway, hello, I'm sorry, I can't get to everybody. We got to start right in, I guess. This was just, I don't know, overall dumb. It just was. I mean, I have to process it. It starts off in Winterfell, and you have a nice little funeral service,
right?
A big funeral pyre, the biggest anybody's ever seen.
That's cool. Yep.
Okay. Dany saying goodbye to Jorah and all that good stuff. That's fine. We see Ghost is alive. He's injured. At least they made him injured, to keep it realistic.
Yeah.
They ignored the rest of it, but Ghost is at least injured. Let's see, everybody's still beat up and tired, but they have a big celebration. That was really cool for the most part. Everybody's drinking and reminiscing of season 1, a big feast, and you still have this thing with Sansa and Dany, and all hail the Dragon Queen, says Tormund. And she makes Gendry Lord of Storm's End. We call that.
That was one of the best parts of the fucking show.
Yeah, and then the little thing with Tyrion and her talking, very, 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 very good. Now you have somebody to be loyal to you forever, blah, blah, blah. And Sansa looks over like, did she just do it because it was for loyalty, or she did it because she deserves it?
Yeah.
And I agree. I question that. So when she said, you're not the only one who's clever.
Yeah.
So anyway, we see... I'm sorry, guys. I'm still reeling from this train wreck.
Happened.
John gives this speech in the beginning. It was very king-like, which of course was part of the idea.
King-like.
I think, as far as the funeral. Dany is getting very paranoid, obviously. So they're all of a sudden making her very paranoid. She sees people loving on John, but not her. And you're like, come on. I mean, she just came. She's never done anything to be this mad queen. They've always made you question it, right? Just because, but they've repeated on this show a billion times. She is not her father. Don't blame don't blame the sins of the father on the daughter or the son or whatever it may be. But they're clearly going that direction.
They are.
I mean, clearly. She's getting paranoid. We have a Sansa and Hound reunion.
Yeah.
A Sansa reunion, which is very odd and out of place. I mean, not out of place, but just for out of all the times, I guess they didn't have time before.
Right.
I guess is what I mean. That was fine. Gendry proposes to Arya, and she's like, nah, I'm not a lady.
That broke my heart, honestly.
It really did. It was really, really, I mean, I understand she's not, it's like you're saying, they're back and forth.
Yeah.
Because Arya was all about family, and then later on she leaves. I got unfinished business, so she's back to killing.
Yeah, she tells Jon straight up, this is family,
Right,
Dude.
the 4 of us. And then they learn the secret and all this stuff, of course. We'll get to that. Jaime and Brienne, okay, they get down and actually do it. I did not think we'd actually see this like love professed for each other thing.
I know.
But they gave us that, and they had their little night together, or a couple nights, or whatever it was. And then he leaves again, implying he's leaving for Cersei.
What the hell?
So
man?
a minute ago, he's there fighting for the Starks and about whatever, and I understand he does have a child. I do get that.
Right.
So I understand that. I don't know what exactly he's going to do. So, but he's basically just leaves Brienne to go back to Cersei in some way. I guess he's going to try to make it in time to, I don't know, what, talk her some sense into her. I don't know what he's going to do.
At least they're crying.
Let's see. Dany and Jon, this whole thing's already pissing me off. You think they've kind of, they start kissing in the room, and
Yep.
he pulls back, and it's the ant thing for him. It's going to be weird, which I get that. That's fine. And then she's like, they talk about the RLJ thing. Don't tell anybody. Promise me you won't tell anybody. It's like, I can't lie about it. So they're already making her so obsessive over the throne again.
Yeah, it went from her pleading, "Don't tell anybody," to her pretty much demanding it.
Right, as his queen. So he makes the choice to tell them anyway in the Godswood.
Yep.
So they have this little Stark reunion in the Godswood, and Bran's like, it's your choice. So Bran, again, is pointless for this whole series. They didn't give it any explanation for the Night King stuff. That's over and done.
Oh, God, I know.
Cersei's the big bad. Euron is just unstoppable. I mean, this fleet is just magic. It can be anywhere at any time. It can never be burned by dragons from behind, since now they have scorpions. We lost Rhaegal out of the blue because, again, they can't predict anything. They can't fly high enough or something. I don't know what it is.
I don't either. That drives me crazy. All of a sudden, every scorpion archer can't miss.
They can't miss, exactly. But she doesn't turn around and go behind the ships. She flies off.
That surprised me. She had a mean look in her face.
Like,
I thought she was going to fly around.
Right. And then I thought she was going to come in behind her, and no, they just wiped out the rest of their fleet. They unsullied her down to 14 people. I mean, it's just getting crazy.
They changed her name to the Dirty Dozen.
Bronn comes in. Winterfell, and he's actually an asshole. I could not believe this.
I was shocked.
I mean, he does not obviously kill him. He still says, "All right, I demand you pay double my payment to a castle." But it's like, you just literally last season dropped the gold, saved Jaime's life, and now you're back to wanting gold. Everybody's going backwards.
There you go. Everybody's going backwards.
Everybody's retreating back to their old selves at the last second, like just for shock value. Hated it.
Hated it.
I was thinking the same shit. The Hound and Arya. The Hound's like heading back. He's going out, whatever. He's still not happy. He's heading south. Got unfinished business with his brother, I guess, is what it's going to lead up to. Arya is now all about her list again. She's back to killing. She had just said, like you said in the Godswood 10 seconds before, I'm here with my family now. That's all that matters, family. And now she's gone. She just, fuck off, fuck you, Gendry. Yeah. I'm going off and then heading to King's Landing to kill the queen, I guess. I don't know. So she's now back to killing.
And tells us the Hound may not even come back.
And didn't plan on coming back.
Yeah.
Didn't plan on coming back. I'm here with my family. Salt matters, but I'm not coming back, by the way.
Unbelievable.
Really, the part pissed me off. Jon heads out to go south. He does, they are true to their word as far as helping Dany take the throne. And, by the way, Tormund, can you take Ghost up north? He don't belong down here.
God. Oh.
He don't belong here. And then Ghost actually whimpers when he leaves and never even fucking went and pet him. Never said anything. Goodbye, boy. I'm sorry. Go be wild and free. It just gave him away like a fucking shelter dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just...
I guess it was like when Jon went to the wall and wasn't a big to-do about it. I don't know.
Right. I mean, they have not even spoken this year.
It's
weird. It's so odd. We find out Gilly's pregnant in that scene. Not surprising. That's fine. Gilly's got a baby on the way with Sam. I mean, Gendry's lord. Gendry's a lord. Anyway... Rhaegal, again, as I mentioned, Rhaegal's dead. He's just out of the blue. Euron's in the right place at the right time again. They have some inside information, apparently. And then kills Rhaegal. Dany charges, but never comes around behind him and burns the fucking shit out of the fleet. Never. Just flies off. Missandei's taken prisoner. They have time to get back to King's Landing, which I understand the time skips. That's fine, whatever. Cersei is playing the idea that this child is, in fact... Urons to keep him loyal in there.
Yeah.
Without So smart play on her part for that. I'll give her that. Missandei's prisoner. Dany is clearly becoming the bad guy here. They show up in the front of the gate here. First of all, Varys and Tyrion, they're talking treason.
Yes.
They're already talking like she's done a bunch of horrible shit already, is what I don't get. Everybody loves Jon, but everybody hates Dany in the North still. But they just raised a toast to her.
Right.
And all hail the Dragon Queen and is drinking together. And like she's done all these horrible things.
And like you said a while back, Varys, he's been the one that set all this up. Now it's happening.
Right.
He's seen all the awesome shit she's done.
And now
a couple questionable things. And
right. And now he's all right. I'm going to serve the realm. And he did tell her straight up, like you said. No hint yet of a Jon Dany baby that we've got told a million times is going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
That may be something that changes. We'll see how they go. But then Jaime heads out, and then, of course, at the end, we have the Cersei thing with Tyrion and them out front with 14 people.
It was so uncomfortable.
It was just the dumbest scene. And again, it was there to prove... It was there to get Cersei to basically turn down peace, is what it was.
Yes.
But nobody's there to witness it.
Right.
They have 14 people in bow range and a dragon way off to the background.
Ooh. She's
standing out in the open. Cersei could have literally said, "Oh shit, this is too easy. Loose," and everybody's dead, and the war's over. The show's over. But no, she saves Tyrion but kills Missandei via the mountain. By the way, I thought she was going to push her off the thing.
I did too.
So there you go. That was the episode. Everybody's going backwards now. Apparently, this is what's bothering me about it. It just makes no sense. They're pretending that Dany's done all these horrible things, and
she's lost 2 babies,
and she is getting their
best friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. And I understand. I mean, she did come up there and help them win this war that we just witnessed. We last week, and they still don't like her, or Sansa still don't like her, and then Jon decides to tell Sansa and Arya, and they know about it, and she tells Tyrion. And there you go. So there's the seed right there that's going to splinter everybody, because now they question, is Jon the better leader? Because Dany's just all about the throne again. And they're back and forth. It's so crazy. Every character is now backwards.
Yeah.
Like season 4 characters.
With Dany's army and 3 dragons, had she not took this detour to go help Jon, she'd be sitting on the Iron Throne.
Easy.
Yeah.
I
mean, nobody gives her any respect and credit
she's
for that.
literally not done anything drastic. She's listened to them every single time about not burning anything. All it takes is burning the Red Keep. You're not going to kill many innocent bystander, or many innocent bystanders, and then have it rebuilt. I mean, it's just getting to a point where now this Sansa versus Dany thing, we still don't trust her after all this stuff, and then making her become. And I think this is what Emilia Clarke meant about this year. Dany doing all this weird stuff that doesn't fit her character anymore. It really doesn't make any sense anymore. Everybody's regressing, and so there's my rant. Everybody's regressing back to their old selves, and
Theon's the only one that stayed true.
Theon,
yeah,
all hail Theon.
Yeah, really.
R.I.P. Theon.
R.I.P. Theon. He got the Stark sigil put on him.
Anyway, that's the general rundown. Not much more to say. I mean, we'll get to these with your questions, because I know you guys have a lot going on in here too. So let's see what you guys are saying. I saw a couple people saying they hated it, didn't make sense, so disappointed. Let's see. Joaquin Kilpatrick episode of Lost. Our buddy just compared Lost to it just a minute ago, actually. Alyssa Banks, obvious setup for Clegane Bowl. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that they're going to go back that route, which is fine. That's fine. But it was just odd that Arya jumps on board and like, I'm not coming back here, by the way. I'm here for my family, but I'm not coming back.
Here's my one thing that Dany annoyed me with, was the not agreeing that needed the time to rest.
Yeah, I do. You're right. I do agree with that.
That was the one thing that annoyed me. She was pretty rushed about that. But I only think it was because of the secret that Jon had told her. Had that not happened, I think she wouldn't have been so focused.
I agree. I think that's true. But she also made the good point. I came up here and did this, and now when it's time to reciprocate, all of a sudden you want to, and so
John stood with her on that,
and
because
John
he knew she was right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that was, it's just really odd. After they connected last episode or episode before, and then she saw what they made it a point of her seeing what Dany's doing. She's this warrior queen on the dragon, for Christ's sake. But what set her off was the Tormund drunken rant.
Yeah.
What kind of crazy ass dude climbs on a dragon? She's been doing it for years.
I was thinking it too. Yeah.
So
I felt sorry
it's
for
getting
her.
under her skin and all that stuff, and I get that, but it's like they're making her Viserys now. She's become her brother apparently in one episode.
I was really, if you stop to think about it, it's aggravating that these characters are regressing, or even close to like Tormund with the joking, the Hound with his weird, the way he's acting. After what just happened in Winterfell, they'd be more shell-shocked, I would think, and more like, how after 9/11 everybody was collectively, they still had this own me against the world.
Yeah, and they had a hint of that, with at least with the feast. I mean, everybody was like together, and it was like we survived, and they're drinking together, and again, the Dragon Queen, all hail, and they all raised their cups and cheered, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't
everybody's
get
back
it.
to their own personal goals and missions.
There's something missing. It's just really odd. It's clear where they're going now with the big third shock or whatever that is. Dany's becoming the bad guy somehow. She's having an identity crisis all of a sudden, and again, she's always wanted the throne. But there's the simple explanation is what Tyrion keeps saying. Why can't they rule together? Well, they can.
They can.
They absolutely can. I mean,
and it goes with the breaking the wheel thing.
Exactly.
It changes everything.
So, I mean, she's supposed to learn all this at some point, probably on her deathbed. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so we got some Patreon questions, and I hear some super chats coming in. Let me see Patreon here. Ricky Garrod, thank you, Ricky. Okay, this was earlier when I first posted this, so he's going to be a little old here. Sky Germany leaked the episode and got spoiled for me. Everyone be safe on social media. Yeah, I heard it got leaked. I heard episode 5 got leaked, by the way, so I don't know if that's true or not. Please don't discuss episode 5 spoilers if there's if that happened. I don't know. I didn't look, so I wouldn't be spoiled on anything. Let's see. Shannon. Okay, Shannon is saying it's all over Twitter. And some Facebook groups and all that stuff. All right, so that's just pertaining to the leaks. LC Manny, let's see. Chris, bro, I think I figured out the ending. Since Germ is influenced by English stories, how about Dany and Jon create the Round Table, a.k.a. King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table? All I want to see left by D&D and a dragon eat Cersei. That would be the best judgment. Also, people are worried about lack of army now. I agree. I mean, I think we should see a council type thing. I really do. I mean, I think that's the solution to all this. And maybe Dany will learn that if she survives. But as of this episode, they're clearly making her the raged out fucking mad queen, which is already Cersei. That's the way they should go, LC Manny. I mean, by far. Cap the Goat, last episode, Bran put off the classic rope-a-dope on the
Yes,
Night
he did.
King. Yes, he absolutely did. Which was shocking because they didn't explain. That was the other problem I had, is what was not in this episode.
Right.
There was no information about the Night King or the Long Night, any of that stuff that we were led to believe for 7 years that mattered. So that was really disappointing not to get more info. So now Bran's just there. He never did anything important. He flew in some ravens. And he found out RLJ.
Yeah.
I don't know if that meant anything or not. Carol Brown on Patreon. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Greetings, Lord Maester SmokeScreen, first of his name, narrator of the audible and scribe of the written word, speaker of theories and drinker of sun-drop titles. With the battle for the throne coming and Miguel Sapochnik directing, how intense do you think this battle will be? Well, it's going to be a great battle. There's no doubt with Miguel directing it. The question is how realistic do you believe now that they have people left? Because you have... I don't think that Unsullied group that was 14 people standing there represented the whole thing. I think that was their little...
Right.
Because Grey Worm did say in Winterfell where they lost half.
Yeah.
So they lost half of...
still a lot.
Yeah, so they still have half the Unsullied and a few Dothraki. They were there in the meeting too. Just not the leaders. So I think it'll be a great visual thing. I just question the whole what's going on with anything now. I really question everything. I don't know what's happening. Lord Kev, good evening, Your Grace, King Chris, King in the North. And good evening, Sir James of House Uno. House Uno. May you be blessed by the gods, and your mom and your haters smell the farts of 10,000 hobos. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Shannon, thank you, Shannon. Hey, Chris, don't know what's going to happen with this one. Is anyone willing to bet that Jon Snow will end up doing something foolish like meeting with Cersei because it's the honorable thing to do? Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, you don't have to remember anything that happened the last 7 seasons now.
No.
He could. I mean, you would think that the Tyrion thing would be the last of it. They just met with him, right?
Right.
And the last hurrah, right? Let's try it one more time. But I'm not going to doubt it. There's no telling. I do agree with you. Send a Raven and tell him give up or we will destroy you, and not give a time period of when destroy is.
He was asking that before this episode, so maybe he was thinking Jon would go during the episode.
Okay, I got you. Okay, all right, got you. Thank you,
So
Shannon.
they about did send a Raven and say that. I mean, they should have sent a Raven instead. It would have worked out a lot better.
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Let's see. Lady Lopez, thank you.
Thank you.
Sansa was mad about Gendry because now he'll be loyal to the Targaryens, not the Starks, right? She's still thinking about divided loyalties. Yes, I mean, that's the way she was questioning. She doesn't trust Dany because she thought she did it just out of being loyal to her as opposed to actually, lifting Gendry up, raising House Baratheon back up, and actually him deserving it.
Yeah.
And I understand that. That's reasonable. It's a reasonable. And she did say who's the clever one, but she didn't just do it for that, I don't believe. Yeah. I mean, he fought in the battle, and she does need allies. So I don't know, maybe a little both, but it doesn't fit her character.
I gotta say though, and that was everybody's there partying and everything, and she called Gendry up there like she was about to fucking scold him. She needs to loosen up in front of the North people if she wants them to like her.
That right, and I thought that was great though. Once she did say, "I think you should be Lord of Storm," and they all cheered it, and I don't know. I thought it was a good move. It is a good move. I mean, you can have an honest motivation and still have a side benefit of being politically sound.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's what I thought about it. So I thought that was cool. And then it just kind of went down.
Just her tact delivering that message could have been a little,
Yes, right. Shannon, thank you. Q&A, do you think Sansa will throw a monkey wrench into all the plans? And do you think it was smart for Jon to tell Arya and Sansa the truth? I mean, I wanted him to tell everybody in front of everybody. I just wanted to get out there so there's no bullshit secrets. That's the problem.
Yep.
There's no communication. So, I mean, he did say, that's his family, but then Dany kind of like, I just told you how we could do it. So I didn't like that whole thing with, I didn't like having to be a choice, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like, tell everybody. It doesn't matter. If he don't want it, you can have it. Or y'all can rule together. He can be your king or whatever, but you can have the power if that's what you want.
That's right.
Since it's about power. But again, it's supposed to come down to change and them realizing that. And now they're all like, well, Jon don't want it, so we got to make him king. I mean, I don't know,
Right.
It's just
it
really
feel like that.
It's all it's about, really. K-Dubs, thank you, K-Dubs. A lot being foreshadowed in this episode. Jon as king beyond the wall or in the far north. Yeah, I thought that was odd. He said, I wish I was coming with you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You hated it up there. What are you talking about? You don't want to go beyond the wall.
Crazy.
And that was really odd to say bye to Tormund. They're going back beyond the wall. Why? Take a castle. Pick one in the north if you like the snow.
Exactly.
It's just so odd. Everybody said goodbye, and I guess that was really goodbyes for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sam
we'll see.
Too. What the hell?
Sam too. Sneaky McCheese, thank you, Sneaky. Hard episode to watch. Shouldn't have went back to Dragonstone so soon. Looks like there is already talks of backing Jon Aegon for the throne. Exactly. Already treasonous talk are going on. And so now you get all this damn secrets again and backstabbing going on already. It's like they're just going backwards and everything. And Jon even said that basically in the Dragon Pit meeting last year, and this is why he thought it was going a different direction. He talked about, all this backstabbing and lying and words not meaning anything, and now here's what everybody's doing.
That's right.
Including the Starks. And I mean, everybody. It don't make it.
It's Bizarro.
It is Bizarro world, exactly. All right, so let me jump over here. I'm going to try to hop back and forth, everybody. I apologize. I'm trying to keep up here. I know we got super chats too, but I wanted to get some Patreon stuff too. So I'll come back to those. Thank you, Randy Suimatsu, for the super chat. When will Dany say burn them all? She might. I mean, it looks like it's the direction they're going. That's just what I see. I mean, again, I don't want to predict anything anymore, honestly.
Right.
But, I mean, they're obviously making her out to be enraged Mad Queen Viserys. I mean, that's what they're making her.
I think she'll say that after Howland Reed shows up.
Right, exactly. From the Isle of Faces, by the way, where he comes and tells him how to defeat the Night King.
Exactly. Damn it.
Francisco Tapia, thank you for the super chat. I'm happy that Cersei is finally the final bad and not the Night King. Yeah, I mean, I would look again. I'm fine with Cersei being the final thing to deal with as far as the political aspect. It's just the lack of info on the Night King. That's all. It didn't matter what order.
That's right.
It seems to be it would have made more sense for the Night King to be last because he was built up from the very beginning to be the prologue, and to die so easily didn't make a lot of sense. But again, I have no problem with it. That's fine. I can live with the order.
Yeah,
it's just a lack of information.
It would have been easier to like we kind of predicted to see society start over and really believe in this if society was devastated more.
Yes.
Now just the North is screwed up.
It's just Winterfell.
Yeah.
That's all. Exactly. Randy Sumatsu, did Jon betray Dany or not? In a way, but again, she kind of commanded it, but kind of didn't at the same time. He did say, I want to tell my family, I got to tell them, and whatever, but then, so yes, in a way, yes, she will definitely see that. Yep. She will see it as that. That's what's coming.
Yep.
That's just where they're going. She sees it as a betrayal. And so there's her third betrayal for love or whatever. Even though they don't do the show book stuff, you know what I mean. But I think that's what's going to happen.
I didn't think about that. Yeah,
that's going to be what happens. And so instead of getting stabbed through the heart with for a flaming sword, it was just telling the secret to undermine her or something, like he cares about the throne. Eric Newcomer, thank you, Eric, for the super chat. We ain't getting a Night King explanation, are we? Nope, Eric. We're done with the Night King. No more magic stuff. And the dragons are dropping like flies, so we're not getting an explanation, unfortunately. Bran is he's just there to, I don't know. What is he there for? Do you know? Because I don't have a fucking clue. Shit. So, yeah, no Night King explanation. Let's see. Ressa, thank you for the super chat as well. Why did Euron look so surprised? Do you think Rhaegal could still be alive? No, he's fucking dead. He got two to the chest and one to the neck.
Oh, they're talking about in the previews for next episode.
Oh, he looked surprised because they're finally going to come up behind him.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. The preview, yes. She's finally going to kill Euron. Is what I'm telling you.
I think that's so what's too. I think that's his last scene. What we see.
I think it probably is. I think
baking.
Finally, they've learned. After all this time and 14 different attacks from Euron, to not do what they're supposed to be doing, change their plans at the last minute, and come the other direction.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. So I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to bite the dust. Thank you, Naomi Lopez, for the super chat. Don't see a question. Thank you, Randy. Arya can now kill Cersei with Jaime's face. It can happen.
Yeah, right.
If we have Arya kill everybody, it can certainly happen. He's going to. Thank you.
She could kill Jaime. If Jaime does turn bad.
Yeah, if he does something stupid.
Yeah.
Which, who knows now?
Turn bad. He just confessed to horrible things he did, didn't he?
Right. Yeah, but he's become such a good person.
God dang it.
And Brienne, him and had a couple nights, That was actually surprising they actually did that.
It was. I did like Tyrion's joke about having to
climb mountains. Tears to climbing mountains. Exactly. Taro Kane, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a question. Aisha Davis, does that say Alicia or Aisha? I can't see if there's an L there. It's all gray to me. Thank you for the super chat. Can you see that? L or Alicia or Aisha?
L.
Okay, there's an L. Alicia, thank you. But I don't see a question. Thank you, Amy Mangone, for the super chat. Just a thought, Sansa said, we don't trust your queen, which included Arya and Bran. Wonder if Bran knows something about Dany that we don't. Thoughts? Certainly possible, but if it's something we don't know that she's done that's horrible to make her untrustworthy, we haven't seen it in the show. You know what I mean? We know Dany. We've all come to know Dany.
Right.
There's no... so yeah, I don't know. It's possible. There's no telling. Maybe there's a twist. Angel B, thank you for the super chat. Horrible episode. The North stays ungrateful. Apparently,
yeah,
or at least the leaders, because the people seem fine with her.
Ungrateful.
It really is. It's really odd. It's just an odd thing. It's like it doesn't make sense for. it's not logical. Spring Cambric, thank you, Spring, for the super chat. How can we just leave ghosts like that after all they've been through and not even a damn head rub? I know.
That's what you said, actually.
I said the
Didn't he pat him on the head?
Didn't even go over there and talk to him. He don't belong down here. What do you mean? He's been here for 8 years. And the show, it's
He would
longer.
have been fine there.
What are you talking about? Just stay at Winterfell. Why would you take him back up north like he's going to be happier there? What, because there's more woods?
Right.
I mean, it don't make any sense at all. It's just like, that's the last you're going to see a ghost. That's it. There's no more ghost.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, he's never petted him this whole season, ever.
After John was the one who convinced Ned in the first place.
Thank you.
What in the hell?
It was like the director said, or writer
I'm a dragon now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, let's have him repeat what Ned said, or what, who was it, Rory? Or was it, I can't remember now, episode 1. They said they don't belong down here.
Yeah, that's right.
Or was it Roderick, maybe? I can't remember. Let's have him repeat that line. It's just dumb. So, yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yep.
Terrell Kane, thank you, Terrell. I don't like what they are doing with the storyline. Yeah, you've heard me say this now for, that was 10:45, so yeah, you've heard me repeat that a million times. Everything's going backwards. It makes no sense because you have all these secrets, and mainly being the RLJ one. I guess it's supposed to divide everybody instead of bring them together, I guess. That's what it's for.
Oh, my God. Don't say that.
Yeah, so anyway, DM Cadence Castle, thank you for the super chat. Last week, best episode ever. This week, lacking. Last week was the best visually for sure.
Yeah.
Just the lack of the information on the Night King was what the problem was for me.
Yeah.
I know it divided the fandom, though, in half. Let's see. The Raging Cajun. Thank you, Raging. Everyone catch Dany not drinking. Confirm Prego. That's a good point. I didn't see it, though. I didn't pay attention. Hadn't been a maester say anything. There's not been a hint of it whatsoever. So I don't know. I mean, we've been told that, so obviously it's going to be a thing. And I'd imagine. Maybe they decided against it.
I don't think you felt it as much as I did. I kept saying it. It felt like the way they filmed it, presented it, that there was something in some of the wine or something that they were drinking. That the way it was shot, it just felt like they were setting up. When
the Red Wedding, or when Arya killed the phrase.
Yeah, with all
the lighting was definitely the lighting was
the way
very
it was shot
red.
And the way they had like people looking and all this stuff. It just felt like there was something up with the drinks.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
And seeing that maybe makes me think that's what I noticed. Maybe Dany acted weird about the drink or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. We hadn't got any information on from a maester or Dany missing a period or something or whatever it is in the show. But we've got told to be in time she'll be pregnant, basically. So I don't know. It's going to complicate things because now everything's going to hell. Their relationship can't work or something anymore. I don't know. It's really odd. Let's see. RH Crew Productions, thank you for the super chat. We've only seen Dany fight people that deserved it. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, she's not, and again, the Tarly thing was questionable.
That was the only
questionable thing, but she still gave them a choice, but she wasn't just all batshit crazy about it. So now they're acting like it's, I don't know. All right, let's go up here to the regular chat really quick and grab some. Let's see. Saw a question here. Andrea Vega, Ghost, in the regular chat here. Ghost is a CGI budget problem and CGI problem because they clearly don't know how to create a direwolf and make it look real. He is the same size that Summer was. I watched the old episode recently. It sucks. Yeah, they did. I didn't really pay attention to the size issue, but I know how they have to film. That's really odd because the wolf is not actually there with the people.
See what I'm hearing? Is that what you turned down?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was supposed to turn this off. Yeah, let me mute that. Actually, I can just do that. Sorry, guys. So you won't hear that dinging every time. But yeah, it was just again. I wasn't paying attention to the size. It was just
interviewed the guy with the direwolves though. So why is he CGI all the time? Can't some of his shots?
Well, he's not actually CGI. He's
make him look bigger.
He's filmed in an angle of other people, and then they insert him into the shot. So it's not a fake wolf,
right?
But it's just
it shouldn't cost a lot to do what they got to do with him.
You wouldn't think. You wouldn't think they'd have budget issues in season 8.
That's a good video. If any of you newer subs haven't seen it, Chris interviewed the guy that owns the dire wolves. That's pretty cool. Go check it out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The early dire wolves when they were young. Really cool. Will, and he's been in season 8, by the way. I've caught a couple scenes of him being in the background, for sure.
That's really cool.
Really quick, thank you for a few of these subs here. Thank you, Charvelin, for subscribing. Kieran Washington. Let's see here. Well, damn. I think it's missing some. I think this is skipping around. Thank you, Rorano, I believe, D, for subscribing, and Caleb Sperry as well. And there's some other ones obviously missing. I've heard a lot of dings. I don't know. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Maddie Benz has a question from Ezio. Thank you, Maddie and Ezio. Q&A, it feels like they're setting up this to end with John versus Dany. I know many of us didn't want it, but it feels like it's coming. The writing is on the wall. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I see it right now, but who knows what they change. You know, does the baby change something? But that's the way they're going right now. Yeah. They're definitely going that direction, which is completely ridiculous to me, honestly. It really is.
Yeah, and I don't know.
It's like they had their little moment, right, and then they were making out, and John pulls away. And I can understand the aunt thing for him, and,
right.
And I get that, but then don't tell everybody because it's, you know, they'll support you. And he's like, you're my queen, I don't care. And it's like, okay, it should be over. That should be the end of it. Yep. You can go out there and tell everybody, and you can say, but I don't give a shit about thrones. My loyalty's to the North,
right?
But I'm going to support her. She's my queen. I love her.
Yep.
That's it.
Basically, and then you forbid anybody from even bringing up the fact that I have a better
because we don't care about claims anymore.
Yeah.
You know, that's all over in this new world.
Yeah.
You know, we have a queen here. That whole shit's done. I mean, that could be the end of it. It's really crazy. Let's see here.
I'm sorry. Did Varys, was he implying that he's going to have her whacked?
Mm-hmm.
Like poison or something sneaky like that.
Yeah, he said he hadn't made the choice yet, but Tyrion's like, please don't.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because he said what happens to her, and Varys like, you know.
Yeah, and it felt like Tyrion right then could, if Tyrion is really on Dany's side, could go say, hey, this motherfucker's treasonous or whatever.
Yeah, but they were both talking about it, and again, he said we all have choices to make. Let's hope we make the right ones. So it's like you're given all of a sudden, like now everybody like Varys, who barely knows Jon Snow, all of a sudden thinks maybe he is the better ruler. Why?
That's a really good point.
Because you just met him, and just because a couple people like him in the North, you've seen the same thing happen with Dany everywhere else in the world. And she even said that this episode. I saw how they were looking at you. I've had that look many times, but never up here. It's just the North.
That's true, dude.
It's just like, come on, it don't.
He should be way more experienced.
Yeah, I mean, look, and bottom line is, if you really want to solve the problem, you know, Dany, and this is to Dany and her, and, you know, not to defend her the whole time, because she, you know, it's like, just give the North to them. If you want their support, let them have the North like you did Yara with the Iron Islands.
Yes.
And be done with it.
Yes.
So anyway, I mean, that's how you solve it. You give Sansa what she wants, and she'll always support you.
Yep.
If that's what they want is independence, fine. Anyway,
and Dany always wanted people to follow her, not because she forced them to. And now it feels like she's starting to turn a little bit to wanting to force people.
Right, and she's uncomfortable now because up in that environment, none of them really cared about her.
Yep,
and
she's so different.
She's seen as a foreign invader, you know, like they've always said. Let's see, Randall P. Thank you for the super chat. Their writing continues as it has thus far. By the end, I expect there will be a field of SpongeBob SquarePants walking past. Dumb. I mean, hey, it's very possible. Now, I mean, I'll have to digest this episode a bit and watch it again, maybe.
Maybe
but
tonight.
It was just very odd. So, I mean, honestly, we went on the little mini rant early on, but so it just feels like everybody's taking a step backwards with all this instead of just talking, which was kind of the point of the Dragon Pit last year. I don't know. Thank you, Cecily, for the super chat. They're trying to make Dany a mad queen. Dany started to see enemies everywhere. Do you think Arya left because of Jon's secret? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going with Dany being a bad guy, or at least perceived. They at least want us to think that big time. So yeah, we've talked about that. But as far as Arya leaving, no, I think it's just
what
it's just
about his
odd.
secret? Do you think would cause her to leave? I don't.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think it
it's
would.
just her back to her list, right?
I just think it's back to her list. Like all of a sudden, like, yeah, I don't want to be here, even though my family's up here. I'm gonna go die or potentially die in the South. So you never want John to leave and go anywhere, but you can go. It just doesn't make sense. It was just all about family, and then she just took off, which is fine for her and the Hound to get back together and travel for but they don't have time now to show that whole trip. It's not like a full season of them traveling.
And when Gendry had her there, she said, "I'm not a lady," and he could have said, "I know that. It was just the name, the term I used."
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You don't have to live like you normally would.
Right.
Whatever.
Shoot arrows in our bedroom.
Exactly. We have training yards, or I'll stay up here.
Right.
I can have people run it for me.
Yeah, that's exactly
whatever.
right,
But she don't want to stay anywhere, I guess. Maybe she is going west of Westeros. That makes complete sense, being all about family. Let's see. Michael Nelson, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Courtney Tillman, for the super chat. Thank you, X-File, for the super chat as well. Sanjin for the super chat as well. I didn't see any questions, by the way, on those last 3 or 4.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sanjin. Masick for the super chat. I generally don't like Dany just because she's overhyped, but at this point, I'm 100% for her burning King's Landing to the ground. I agree. I was just getting there like, fuck it, just go. If you're gonna go, just do it. Just fucking get it over with. And obviously, they want us to think when she walked off, she was heading to the dragon.
Yes.
Like immediately.
That's what it. Yeah.
But obviously, next episode, they're going back to Dragonstone and planning a war.
So crazy.
So
but I don't believe she's overhyped. Do you?
No.
From her beginning to freeing all the people she's freed.
I've never generally understood the Dany hate.
Bringing dragons.
Yeah, I've never understood the Dany hate. I mean, I do understand to a degree about breaking the wheel, except for her. I get that. I totally agree. Like, we want to break the wheel, but I'm going to be the queen. Well, how's that work? The Targaryen is a spoke on the wheel, which that's why we always said there will be some kind of election, like she did in Marine.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I've never understood it as far as the hate. Because Sansa and Dany are very similar in their past and backgrounds, and similar things happen. So how can you? Why are they at each other's throats still? It doesn't make any sense to me. After they talked and she saw what she's done, it's just really odd.
That was uncomfortable. Him talking about. I heard you got broken hard.
Oh, I know. It was like
that was said.
Odd.
Yeah.
That was.
Come on, dude.
I mean,
you haven't seen her in a while.
That's the Hound, but still. But anyway, so now people are gonna be questioning Sansan.
Yeah.
Because she touched his hand. I don't know. Bear Juden Bear, thank you for the super chat. Told you Cersei's going to kill them all. Jamie's heading back to end her and their incest. Cyclops baby is going to rule the 7 kingdoms. It's happening. I mean, maybe. I do think, I don't think Jamie's going to go. I think he'll probably try to reason with her one more time or something like Tyrion just did. But I've always said Jamie should be the one to kill her. So maybe that's what ends up happening. I don't know. But I'm not going to predict anything anymore. Randall P, thank you for the super chat as well. Bronn and Arya now compete for who D&D screwed up worse, or Ghost, or Jamie, Brienne, or Gendry being jilted. You know what? It's a tie. They all suck. I mean, for this episode, I agree. I mean, it's just, it's not in Jon's character to send Ghost off and give him away. It's not in Arya's. It's just so weird.
I'm sorry. I know I'm talking more than normal. I am a little rattled about this episode, but Chris, tell me this. How in the hell can you lose a dragon and you have a Bran on your side? How do you get sideswiped? He can fly ravens and look everywhere you go before you go there.
Exactly, but he's not doing anything. I would go
smack him around so hard if I lost a dragon.
He's not doing anything. You can say, hey, Bran, can you kind of scout out in front of us?
Scout!
There's a use, at least a use.
There's never should have lost a dragon.
Ever.
That just hit me. I'm sorry.
No, it's a great point. They should not be with a Bran on your side. You should never have to worry about being ambushed by the Iron Fleet. I mean, they've got ambushed. I mean, Euron is so overused and so just ridiculous in this show this last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
it's just getting ridiculous to where he's like, I mean, in the books he's more of a psychopath trying to become a god. But you can't just, I mean, it's an Iron Fleet. Like, how do you keep not understanding it's out there? But they magically appear wherever they need to. It's just really odd. I mean, what's the chances? Now, obviously, there may be some information, but where does Qyburn, for example, get his ravens? The North? I mean, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. They're not giving us any of that kind of stuff to kind of, tell us how that works. Let's see. Thank you, Ija Morris, for the super chat. I feel sorry for Dany. She had to try too hard to do things right. She's lost almost everything after putting humanity before the throne. Burn it all. Yeah, I mean, you kind of do. That's kind of what they wanted you to feel. And then, of course, at the end, she's finally starting to snap, I think, a little bit is what they want you to feel anyway. So, I mean, I agree. She hasn't done anything crazy and outlandish. I mean, she's given it up everything. And, again, I've always said that about the wheel thing. She still wants to rule, although she wants to change. And she's never said, look, we're going to take Cersei off and then we're going to have a vote. She hadn't told anybody this plan.
Right.
So she's going to have to learn, is the idea, I guess, that she's seeing, people are drawn to other people like Jon. But there's no reason in this situation for them to, it can't be both. Because Jon, they're one. They're one.
Yeah, they are one.
It's just,
and she's drawn to him too. She should understand,
Right.
If you believe he loves you and you have this connection with him, there has to be some trust there. Even when it comes to your crown, he swears, "I don't want your crown. I will kneel in front of you, bend the knee in front of everybody as much as I have to."
I mean, he's done it. John Del Vento, what's up, John? Thank you for the super chat. Where does Sansa's raven come from? Good point. Now, I guess we have to assume, though, off screen, obviously, that there are still a lot of houses out there that support her, and smaller houses and other castles.
Yeah.
So I understand we can't see everybody's raven rookery. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they have other people, other houses out there that know what's going on, I guess, in a sense. So I guess we have to assume that. But it is a good question how Qyburn learns everything from the North after they've obviously. I mean, are there little birds in the North still? I don't know. I guess. And what do they sneak off with ravens? They know how to work them.
What? Yeah.
They know which ones to pick to fly to King's Landing. So it's really odd. That's what I mean. The little details that are kind of missing there. But I mean, I guess in general we have to assume off screen there's still a lot of people in Westeros, with ravens. Let's see. Raging Cajun, thank you for the super chat. Where the F is Edmure Tully? We're all the lords in the middle of Westeros. Doesn't make sense they wouldn't get allies on the way. If not allies, they wouldn't have to fight their way south. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I understand they can't show a billion people and add in new storylines and new characters, but Edmure Tully just disappeared. We never even heard anything about it, which is really odd. Really odd. Not to at least wrap that storyline up. Just even mentioning.
It'd be so easy.
Just mention him saying, Edmure's holding down the South. I don't know.
Yeah, we never had to see the actor again.
Yeah, you don't have to even see the actor just to say something about him. That was a complete waste. Excuse me. Shining Violet Star, I believe. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think they could bring Viserion and Rhaegal back with the same magic that Cersei used, or did Drogon lay eggs? I don't know about bringing Dragon back. We're talking about, then you get into kind of reanimation like the Night King stuff, which I think they want to avoid. So I don't think we're going to see that come back. We may see, we've said before, but now we can't really trust anything.
Yeah.
We may see a scene at the end with some dragon eggs, but I mean, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, I think if they were planning that, Qyburn would have had Euron capture him and bring him back instead of letting him sink.
Yeah,
so he could try to.
There you go.
I think if that was part of the plan, he wouldn't have watched him sink.
Yeah, so I don't think they'll bring any more like supernatural things into it. I think the Night King stuff's gone, and that's pretty much the end of the magical stuff we're going to see.
Yeah.
Sicily, why did Bran turn around during the celebration dinner? He turned around when the Maester came up to wheel him away. Like he was saying, all right, I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking the same thing, and then I saw him grab the back and pull him away. So he was looking back at him.
Who did he say he designed that after the wheelchair?
It was a little book shout out.
He looked back into the past or something. Is that what it was?
I guess. Yeah.
And saw a wheelchair.
Because he said I like that part the best.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
Something from the past.
Said there. Cassandra White, thank you for the super chat. If Cersei hates Tyrion so much, why does she keep letting him live? My biggest irritation is the treatment of Ghost.
What did I tell you?
I know.
I said Tyrion's dead.
I
she
know.
hates him that bad.
And then to let him live one more time, and then they're all standing there and they don't kill them all. I mean, then the war's over and you don't have to worry about any of this shit. I mean, just do it. If you're going to fight a war, why give them a chance to come back?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I just don't get it.
So weird.
I mean, they were clearly in range. Knock, Luke. And then she's like, never mind, I'll just cut her head off. And just like piss them off. She's doing, in other words, it's just her style. Like, if she, instead of doing it, just getting it done, she wants to fucking tease him.
Yeah.
With Masande's head.
Yeah, I never got the feeling when they were talking about that plan in the war room that we're going to give her a chance, or wherever they talked about it, but we're going to give her a chance to say she won't, surrender
Right.
in front of the people. I didn't get the idea that they were going to go down there with a little piece of the army, watch and see if she surrendered, didn't go back and plan something else. I felt like if she said no, we're going to mess her up.
Exactly. That's the way it normally works. You parlay, and then you're already ready for battle with your whole army there.
Yeah,
but no,
now
they
you're
just
stomping back, pissed, and we'll go back and figure something out, bitch.
Exactly. I mean, she could climb on the dragon right there, but they got all the fucking things now. Now dragons are useless. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're useless because they got all the scorpions.
That's
now.
Crazy.
And that's supposed to be the big thing. Can the scorpions aim straight up? I don't know. Can they? Because that's how they did in the old days. They came down. You go straight down and they can't aim up, and you just burn them all. Ooh. So they're acting like dragons are like useless now. And of course they killed one just to make it convenient.
Oh god.
Anyway. And then the ghost treatment was just insane. Thank you, Stacy Miller, for the super chat. R.I.P. Regal. Drogo ain't die for this shit ish, man. Drogo didn't die for this shit. Yeah, I agree. It's just crazy. Let's see. It jumped down, way down again. Let me try to find my spot here. Damn it.
Hold on, I got something from Marty. I know you want to talk about it.
Go for it.
Martinez says, okay, can we talk about the fact that Podrick fucking Payne was a virgin?
Yes, he drank.
You said something about that.
He sang to him.
I know he
sang to him.
I think you're right.
He drank.
We've always wondered what he did.
And that was a little nod to it. And he drank when he said, "Are you a virgin?"
You said that when we saw him sing. You
that
said,
has to be the answer.
He sang to them.
He sang to him. That's what he did.
He is a virgin,
and they didn't because he didn't get the services, so therefore he didn't have to pay.
That's so crazy, man.
That's just I don't know why. I don't know why he would choose to sing in that moment. But anyway, that's apparently what happened because he did. Now he did take a drink. Now again, it wasn't his turn.
Right.
It was Brienne's turn, but still,
he
it was like
letting everybody know.
Pretty much, I think that's what happened. We'll see if they. I haven't watched after the episode. Maybe they do mention that scene or something, but I have not seen it yet.
I can't wait.
Try to find my spot here. Let me go back to the regular chat and Patreon. No, you're good. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Let me grab Patreon really quick. Trying to refresh this thing, see if it's right. I believe. Let's see. All right, I got Shannon's there. Raging Cajun Q&A. Thank you, Raging Cajun. On Patreon, is that really the end of Ghost? If the show writers owe us an apology, if so, what is the importance of my boy Gendry Baratheon being given Storm's End? I think that's the end of Ghost. I really do. I think that's the end of Ghost. I'm assuming Tormund. I don't know about Sam. I really think that's the end of seeing those guys. And because there's no reason for them to go south to fight, and they're gone. That was it. That was Ghost.
So
at least he's alive. We know he's alive, but Jon's just giving him away to the pound, and it's and he was sad about it. And you're like, are you serious right now? Like, I mean, I understand just keep him in Winterfell, let him stay here, but you're just going to send him up because he don't belong here. When you're the one who actually told Ned that they were the sigil of your house, and you were meant to have them. All this bonding just to say bye, Ghost, see you, bye, have a good one.
And Ghost whimpered loud enough for Jon to hear too. Mm-hmm. He's just straight cold about it.
He'll be happier there. How do you know? What do you mean? If you were a warg in the show like you were in the books, you'd know this is not true. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Gendry just being raised for. It was just for us. It was just fan service in the sense of Gendry becoming a lord, because he's not gonna. I mean, I don't know if he goes and fights now. Did he leave? Did he leave Winterfell?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't see Gendry on the beach washing up with everybody else. Did you?
No.
I don't know. Where did Gendry go?
It would behoove him to fight if he wants to keep that.
Yeah. Let's see. Shannon Reynolds on Patreon. Kuno said, with that being said, that they foreshadow Arya's death. I don't know if that was foreshadowing or not. Honestly, I don't know what foreshadowing is anymore. I really don't. I mean, I'm serious.
I believe you just said that.
I really.
But it's so true.
It is, because you could literally you can think of it that way when she said, "I don't plan on coming back," but I mean, it doesn't matter. It really don't. So I really can't say anymore. I would guess yes, it would foreshadow it, but I would say probably not, just because I think she'll live. But that's just a feeling, based off George R. R. Martin and his original writing saying she's the favorite character of the wife.
Right,
so I don't know, honestly. Anyway. Thank you, Juan Cruz. Thank you, Juan, for subscribing, Juan Cruz. Appreciate it. Thank you, Kaylin Gwynn. Appreciate it. Sila 442. Appreciate it. And Anthony DeRosa. Appreciate it. Let's see here.
Good night, Carol Brown.
Have a good one, Carol. She's out already?
She says she got an early morning.
Oh, man. Have a good one, Carol. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Let's see. Mazuma. There's Mazuma. Hey, guys. Hello, chat. And thanks to everyone who dropped by. I really hope you're not using the same build tension thematics as they did with Littlefinger last season, i.e. Jon and Dany will end up fighting each other with the machinations of various Tyrion and Sansa. Again, it feels like they're just recycling lines and things from the past. I'm a little disappointed again, but hey, you and James still rock. You said it, Mazuma. You said it, Mazuma. I mean, that's just the feeling I get. I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's crazy, but this seems to be the direction they're going, and at least they want us to actually think that for a couple episodes. I mean, that's all there is to it. So yeah, it's just odd. I need to process this more and think about it. You know what I mean? This is our first initial reaction, like everybody's.
That's right. Yeah.
Amira, thank you, Amira, on Patreon. Q&A in both episode 1 and 2. Bran keeps giving Tyrion the stare. Do you think that Bran has foreseen that Tyrion will make the right decision, as Varys puts it? Maybe. Now, sure, it could happen. I don't know, though. I don't know how. I mean, Bran gets glimpses of the future, but it should be just quick visions.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you would think he would say something by now. Yeah. I just don't think there's any real connection. I think it's just odd staring, just to make you creep you out about it.
And they would be a good duo too.
Yeah, and they've sat down and talked off screen, right? Last episode, so I don't think there's any ill thing between them or whatever. Let's see. Also, Amira on Patreon. When Jaime was getting ready to leave the North, was Jaime simply pretending to be an ass to Brienne so it would be easier for Brienne to let? Yeah, I think in a sense he was. Again, I think he will still try to save that child and Cersei. He don't necessarily want her to die, but I don't think he's. I cannot see him actually going fighting for her. It just doesn't make sense. So I hopefully he'll be the one to kill her. I mean, it's poetic for me.
It's on a suicide. He's on a suicide mission.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, and that's what it is. Kind of being an asshole to make it easier to get out of there.
Too.
So I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Proto Peach, thank you, Proto Peach on Patreon. Ghost lost an ear, and Jon doesn't even care. I know, it's just horrible. I mean, it really is sad. Yeah. Felicia Thomas McCormick, thank you, Felicia. I need a little therapy after this one. Don't we all? It's just, yes. I don't know what.
I don't know what foreshadowing is anymore.
I really don't. It's really like they just
completely
forgot that they have 7 previous seasons.
That's true.
I mean seriously.
No,
it
that's
really
right.
Feels like that.
The only time they remember is when they want to bring up the same line again.
Right, exactly. Proto Peace, thank you again. I hate to quote Manny, but D&D are butchers.
We said the same thing before we went live.
Exactly. There you go. And here's Elsie Manny right here behind her. Chris, D&D are butchers. You still think his books are the same as series? Yeah, they're still going to be generally the same. I'm just going by what they said.
Right.
That's all I can do.
He always said they were going to veer off, but they're going to end the same.
Yeah, there'll be some similar thing. I'm telling you. That's why I kept saying people are going to be surprised when the books come out. Assuming they do, and when Winds comes out, and you see a lot of this familiar stuff. I'm telling you right now.
But they are butchers.
This one for sure. Let's see. Slope. What's up, Slope? Thank you on Patreon. So basically, goodbye to Tormund, Ghost, good riddance. What? Gendry and Sam and Gilly looks like their last episode. I think so.
I think so, too.
I think you're right. I don't think we see them again. It's just like it was a goodbye scene. I don't have any doubts. There's just no place for him.
Right.
Now. It's
what
over.
a letdown.
Proto Peach as well on Patron from Rita Bose from on the regular chat. The guys on the right looks like the actor from Sons of Anarchy and Bates Motel. Is that him? He sounds like him too. Him?
Somebody else has mentioned somebody from Sons of Anarchy.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
Either.
So I have no idea who that is. Or am I right?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Are they seeing us like? Yeah,
it would be me.
It would be you.
Because
Okay.
somebody else said some guy on. I think somebody at work said that a couple weeks ago, but I don't know the show.
Yeah, I mean I've seen glimpses.
I'm not
of it,
him, obviously.
Sweet at the you can pretend. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've seen glimpses of it and little like teasers, but I don't know any characters. Let's see. Alicia in the chat laughed my ass off. She gave Arya the credit. Sit down. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm in the middle of a conversation here. They did give Arya the credit for being the hero of Winterfell with the whole raising the glass thing. Alwyn Jeba Q&A, do you think basically I think I lost it, but I think it said basically do you think Ghost would join Arya's wolf pack or not Miria's wolf pack? No. I mean honestly, I don't think so. I think that you heard what's going to happen. He's just going to go with Tormund now.
Yeah.
And be Tormund's dog. I mean, it's just so stupid. You're not going to see I don't think we'll see Nymeria again now. I really don't. I was hoping all year, and I've said it a million times in live streams and prediction videos and all this stuff. We're probably not going to see the Riverlands again for that matter. So I don't think we'll see Nymeria and the Wolfpack. Because at the time to do it would have been during the battle. To have this whole, Bran warg the entire pack and kill a bunch of whites at least or something, but that's not going to happen.
They said something about Opie, right? So
yeah,
I want to look him up. So this is him. This is the guy Opie they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Do you see a resemblance?
Well, I mean, no. I see just because you have a beard.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, if you, I don't see it in your face. Opie, that's a character, huh? So,
I gotta grow my beard
here.
a little longer.
Let's see. Matty Ben's Q&A. I think Euron will be surprised. Euron looking surprised in the trailer for next week is because Drogon has finally got armor. That would be good. I said it because they would come from the backside. I don't understand why they have not done this armor thing yet after the first time with the Night King.
I meant to say
We've
that
said
while
it
we
a
were
million
watching
times.
Tonight. It made me think of it again.
But yeah, after seeing the Scorpions on the battlefield before.
Yep. How do you show back
How
up?
do you show back up? And just because you're taking the dragons out of the equation. They're completely pointless now. There's no power anymore with them because these dreaded scorpions they've built a billion of now. So that would be cool. Will I think they'll do it? No. No. I just don't think they'll do it. I mean, because they're not going to do it just for because if they do that, it makes them powerful again. And you can't have them be dragons. They're just big flying lizards now that can't come around battles.
Yeah, exactly. They're taxis. They're Ubers.
Exactly. Flying Uber.
What in the hell, man?
That's what they did. That's why they purposely did not do the the whole damn thing with the armor, I guess. K-Dubs, do you think there's a chance Cersei or Sansa sent Arya to King's Landing to kill Cersei since she knows Cersei is on her list? That way she could save Jon from Ned's fate too. I guess it's possible. I don't know if she would purposely do that to put her in danger. She's got to realize at some point that Cersei would send troops up there, though. So maybe. I think it's possible, but I wouldn't think she would actually want her to go because she knows she's risking her life. So I don't know. I'd have to think on that a bit. But you would think we'd get some kind of conversation. But no, she just joined the hell on the road. Didn't say goodbye.
No.
Except, basically shutting Gendry down and breaking his heart. There was just a lot of that this episode, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Still
really
picturing Brienne crying. I don't like it.
yeah, it's really, really odd. Let's see. PR Sullivan, thank you for the super chat. Maybe Arya's going south to kill those 3 girls Gendry was with. Maybe so.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that would be better than going back to the list as far as just to do it. It's like, yeah, you can take Cersei out and go help fight in the war, sure. But if you're going just to leave, just because you're not a lady, it doesn't fit the direction she was heading. Is what I mean. Like in other words, if Theon would have lived again, if Theon wouldn't have died last week,
yeah,
he would have been Reek again this week. He'd have been back going.
You're exactly right.
He'd have been.
You're exactly
he'd have been
right,
Reek again,
dude.
Like everybody went backwards.
That's funny. Yeah. Jorah would have had grayscale.
Jorah would have had grayscale popping back up. I'm just telling you,
God.
everybody is like, it's like Thanos fucking boom with the damn time stone, and everybody went back to their former mentalities.
That's right, dude.
That's what happened. Maybe Thanos is involved in this world. I mean, it's probably out there in the universe, right?
That's funny, dude.
I don't know. Seems like that's what happened to me. Let me make sure I didn't miss that one there. Tyler, I believe. Tyler Nicholas. I think there can only be two ways to end. Thank you, Tyler, by the way, for the super chat. Jamie comes back to King's Landing and gets mad at Cersei for lying about his kid. Kills her, or Arya pulls off some magic and finishes her list. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's what they want us to think. I don't know. But now, Cersei, if she's still pregnant, which is the question, is using that to keep Euron in check. So when he gets there, we may find out then that she's lost it or something. I don't know how that works, or that she hadn't lost it. I don't know. Because she was drinking again and crying in episode 1.
Yeah. So
we're assuming, we all thought that meant that they just did the thing off screen that they cut out last year.
Yeah. And
she's lost this child and now still using it. But Qyburn, and of course Qyburn would agree with her. But so it makes me question now, does she still actually have the child for now?
Right.
Because she, how do you, you just say that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're never going to show. You know what I mean? I don't know how long this is going to last.
I hope they don't let her have the child, because with the way the show's going, she'll be breastfeeding and it'll be Arya with the kid's face on.
Hey, oh, God. She's holding little Arya.
She takes the damn dragon glass pacifier.
Oh my God!
Oh, it don't have to be dragon glass anymore.
No.
We're done with
well,
that.
it maybe for Cersei, maybe that's the big twist. It takes Valyrian steel or dragon fire or dragon glass to kill her.
Oh shit!
And it ends up being she was the reincarnation of the Night's Queen.
You got it.
That's
dude.
why she's the big bad.
That's right.
So that's what it is. Jesus Christ. Sue Stargarian, thank you, Sue, for the super chat. I don't know what's happening anymore. My general mood toward that was it, Sue. I said that probably 10 times during this episode. I'm sure I did. I just don't know what's happening. No. I really don't.
I wouldn't have been surprised to see the General Lee fly over the ball.
Oh shit! That would have been a picture of that. That needs to be a meme. Can somebody make that for us?
It's a good old boy.
You have the General Lee flying over
hell, dude?
In the back over Euron ships, and I don't know. I mean, Jesus, might as well. It makes as much sense as anything else.
I know, dude. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was my general mood. Thank you, Amy Mangon, again for the super chat. John said goodbye to everything that tied him to the North in this episode. His siblings, wildlings, ghosts, and Sam, foreshadowing on him taking his Targaryen role as king. Maybe thoughts? Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that he ends up having to take it, because just like every other time, he didn't want it, but he was forced into it, and even Varys and Tyrion talked about it. So, I mean, they're definitely setting up a Jon versus Dany thing, which is really odd. It just doesn't have to be that way.
No reason for it to be that way. All they've gone through,
It doesn't make sense. Really quickly, thank you, Ryan Gray, for subscribing, and Yen Poloni, appreciate you subbing as well. Randall P, thank you for the super chat. For sale or trade, one pure white direwolf, slightly chewed ear, otherwise in great shape. We'll take cash or trade for non-branded screenwriters.
Awesome. I love it.
Put that on Craigslist, man. For real, Randall P. Put that on Craigslist and see the response. I'm telling you, that's perfect. I
love that.
Quote of the day so far, or I'm sorry, chat of the day right there so far.
Damn right, Randall.
I mean, that's the way, exactly. It was so dumb.
Yeah, it just needs love. That's all.
Just add love and water.
That's it.
Well, he can get his own damn water. Yeah, so perfect. C-Mob, thank you, C-Mob, for the super chat. I assumed Jamie left because he knew he had to kill Cersei himself. But why break poor Brienne's heart? Harsh Jamie, he better choke Cersei out. Yeah, I think that if he would have knew that he's going to try to stop her, he would have said that, right? So I just got a feeling that may end up happening, but he's going to try to reason with her again. Like, why? But he does have a child.
Oh, yeah.
As far as he knows, he has a child. So I do get that point. Echo, thank you for the super chat. Missandei could have pushed Cersei off. It looked like, I guess. I mean, I thought when I first saw it, I asked James, I was like, was she on Did she have a noose around her neck? I thought she was going to push her off the thing.
Yeah.
I just thought it was going to be horrible.
That's what I
and leave
thought
her
too.
hanging there like Cersei would.
Exactly what
as
I was
a warning
picturing.
or whatever. So I thought that's the way it was going down. But yeah, I mean,
I knew
I
she
guess.
was toast.
Yeah.
I felt like she was going to be dangling too.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be horrible, or worse than it was. At least it was quick and pain. Well, I don't know how painless that is. I mean, I guess. But yeah, it was just crazy though. You let Tyrion live and let them all walk off to come back, but you kill Missandei to piss them off. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It looked like she had some chains on because she did say so much for breaker of chains. So I don't know how she was like bound or just standing there. You couldn't really tell. Thank you. I see a super chat there. A message retracted, so I can't see who it is. Thank you, Justin Watkins, for the super chat. Do you think all of our misgivings will make more sense when George finished the books, or is this the story? I mean, I don't know. There's going to be. I'm just going by their words when they say it's very similar and it's the ending and all that stuff. The main characters their fates will be the same and all that. They could be different ways, obviously, but they told him all that. I'm just going by what they're saying. It'll be very similar. But now this kind of stuff right here can be different because this is all little storylines while they're still alive that don't make sense, So yeah, in that sense, they should make sense. I would hope.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just crazy to have these arcs and then you just ignore them. It's
just not human nature.
No, it's not. Let's see. Where was I here?
'Cause every time you go through something in life, you change.
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
Just revert 2 weeks later.
Right. Sam L, thank you for the super chat. Sansa learned from Cersei and Littlefinger, so her behavior is not that surprising that she did betray Jon easily, however. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with the Cersei Littlefinger training aspect and her being kind of, suspicious. But now it's like overly suspicious and kind of getting old.
Yep.
Real quick. Like
she's not as slick as Cersei or Littlefinger.
Right. You're in Winterfell celebrating living, literally saving the world, but there's still this underlying political thing. Like it doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would you not be happy? I understand, like you said earlier, giving everybody a rest. Look, everybody's just they're barely breathing.
Yeah.
I get that and I agree, but it's just there's no reason to really distrust her. She hasn't heard horrible stories about, Dany. She's heard great things from Jon, but I don't know how much he's actually told her. Yeah. But the point is, it's just no need for it. It's just for the sake of drama. That's
all it is.
It's really for the sake of drama. Let's see. Arian Smith, thank you for the super chat. I hate the way they are making Daenerys into her father. They gave her no credit for the battle, just Jon. Yeah, I mean, you did see Tormund for the Dragon Queen, and everybody raised their thing, and I'm thinking, oh, cool, finally.
Yeah.
And after the last episode where they had the conversation, it was great. And now it's all of a sudden like, and I get they're trying to make Dany feel like they'll never love me here, and starting to get in her head a little bit.
Yeah.
And not that she needs praising all the time or something, you know what I mean? But that's what they're trying to portray, that she's being ignored over there and she's just not ever going to fit there, which is dumb.
It was a weird look Sam gave her after when he was bringing Gendry in to hug him or whatever. It's like he was looking over his shoulder at Dany.
Yeah.
Not making her feel comfortable at all.
Yeah, it's just really odd. After what they just went through together, that should change everything.
It should.
Let's see. Eric Newcomer, thank you, Eric, for the super chat. How are the North not completely united now? There you go. We literally just said that exactly,
Same
Eric.
thing.
It doesn't
That's
make
what we wonder.
Didn't make any sense. Is that Shree? I think that's Shree.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. So will Bronn actually get High Garden? I say no. I mean, I don't know at this point. It was really odd to me that he even went in there and kind of busted up in the door and actually punched Tyrion in the face.
Yeah.
And how did he, first of all, he goes in there, he has the conversation, he leaves, and it's like they can't go take care of him now that he's being a dick.
I thought about that too.
You know what I mean? Just go.
He's the hand of the queen.
Exactly.
He could have walked out and said, "Seize him."
Exactly. It's just crazy. But I'm surprised that he was even a conversation. I want my shit. I'm gonna kill you. I'm telling you right now. He's all powerful.
That pissed me off as much as anything.
Hey, Grey Worm, can you go seize him? But it shouldn't even come to that. He's Bronn.
He's Bronn, and Bronn changed.
Bronn changed, but he didn't. he didn't change now. Yeah, all this retcon and shit's crazy. Brian Soul, thank you for the super chat. Since Bran can see everything past current at least, shouldn't they ask him to sit in Cersei's war council and tell them what she's... Why not?
Yep.
I mean, be a fly on the wall. I mean, you can work a fly, right?
That's right.
Seriously. I mean, I don't know what the limitations are. They're not really clear about warging things and skin changing. So, yeah, he should know all this information. Kyber should not be all-powerful information broker.
No.
You have a brand. You know what I mean? It's like having a Hulk and not smashing. It's just...
We have a Hulk.
It don't make no sense. So I agree.
That's exactly what it's like.
It is. It's crazy.
Good analogy.
Lazoli, thank you for the super chat. Arya and the Hound are already at King's Landing among 10,000 human shield refugees, perhaps. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how quick they're going to jump. I mean, maybe they get in there somehow, but I don't know if they'll... Arya knows the other ways, and, you know, as far as sneaking around the castle, she learned when she was there. So I don't think they'd be in that main area with the actual people. But that definitely what that is, definitely a human shield. But yeah, the timing, we don't know. We don't know how the time jumps there because Jon hadn't made it yet, so you're assuming Arya couldn't either. They did actually say that. It'll be a fortnight before Jon gets here.
Yep, that's right.
Which is 2 weeks, so. Allspy, thank you for the super chat. Jesus Christ, this was trash. Maybe episode 3 worse too. Makes episode 3 worse. Yeah, I know, because you didn't get the follow-up information. So this was insane to me, right? I mean, again, first initial thoughts, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just sorely disappointed right now. Lo Horton, thank you, Lo Horton. I've never been this mad at the show. Me neither, Lo. And there's been a lot of episodes that had a lot of problems that I've had problems with in every season. But damn, you know, it's like what we're saying. Everybody's going backwards and regressing, and it doesn't make any. It doesn't fit their character arcs at all.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I think we are time to take a stretcher really quick, and I got to refill my drink really quickly. So we'll come back and grab the rest of these super chats and more from the regular chat as well.
What are you going to have after the break? Tears of Lys?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so. Just maybe 10 drops. You know what 10 drops will do. Anyway. Thank you, Nacho, for subscribing. Appreciate it. I think that says Nacho. Thank you, the best ACC ever for subscribing as well. Hairless Oyster, by the way, thank you for the super chat. I guess he's getting out of here. Says, have fun, be well, stay hydrated. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Have a good one in case I missed that later or you're not here. Let's see here. And thank you, Ben Acree, Brittany Daniels, and Dominic Roman for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Trying to get to 100K. I don't know. We have 19K to go. We'll see if we can do it. We have 3 weeks, and that's about it. I mean, we'll keep going. I'm just saying for the season, which we expected. All right. So, yeah, let me get to this screen here. So, yeah, give us a couple minutes, guys, and we will be – you want to do the crazy stuff? Yeah. I always think about it now. I'm about to say it.
All right.
He's going to do his horrible, horrible outro. All right, guys, give us a couple minutes, and we will be
right back.
Jesus Christ.
Cannot give you back your home. homes, or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our King. Restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our King. But perhaps I can give you justice. I cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our King.
All right, sorry guys, we're back. Riddick ran off. There must be
Hope y'all saw my message.
a dog down the street or something going on. So I'm about to send his ass up north with Tormund.
I hope I'm not blocking people. Damn it.
Let's
keeps
see.
Popping up.
What's that?
You know, remember I blocked a couple people?
Mm-hmm.
It popped up twice just now.
Sorry guys. So yeah, Riddick. Apparently there's a dog down the street. Yeah, you know, you in trouble.
You know.
All right, let's see here, and we probably lost about 4,000 people.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry guys, I had to put my shoes on and go find him. Let's see, where were we at? Let's see. Mr. Fantastic, I believe, thank you for the super chats. Why didn't Cersei light them up with the bolts from the wall with some wildfire? I mean, just the regular arrows would have worked. I mean, it didn't make any sense at all that she let him walk away to come back. No. And even, I mean, it's just dumb for them to be standing there with 12 people and not be, like you said, ready to fight. Usually when you parlay, that's it. If you don't agree, you start to fight. Nah. They're just all going to walk away and they let them live. Really quickly, by the way, thank you, Eugene. Let's see, Eugene Shinkman, a new Patreon. Really appreciate it, Eugene. And also Naomi Lopez. Thank you so much, Naomi and Eugene. Appreciate it. New Patreons. Let's see here.
I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat who really love this episode. So hopefully when we watch it again, there's just something we missed. But
yeah, I mean, seriously, what? Let's look in the chat really quick, actually, and we'll go back and I got a few more Patreons as well. I think probably came in, and plenty of super chats to go. But I want to see like what was good about it. I mean, what makes sense in the sense of like the characters all of a sudden being all skeptical after what they just been through. That's kind of my point. The main point I think is going to be that they go through all this together, and yet there's still this distrust and all this kind of. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why they all go backwards, and then
that
the RLJ thing.
Moment.
the RLJ thing doesn't need to be a big secretive, like divisive thing. It doesn't make sense except for just to put in drama, I guess. Instead of worrying about Cersei, if you're going to make it about Cersei and the throne, and whether it changed it or not, regardless, just use her as what she is, being the villain. There's no need to make villains inside the good camp.
That's right.
Because now you've established good and bad people, right? I mean, everybody's supposed to be gray, but I guess maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
I had one of my coolest, while we were watching it, moments when Cersei said, "Do you have any last words?" I said, "Dracarys."
You did.
Before she said it. But I was thinking, say it so the dragon fire would come.
Exactly. Like Rhaegal would fly up, or not Rhaegal, but Drogon would actually fly up.
Yeah. So why do you think she used that word if nothing was going to...
She knew she was going to die, burn it down. Burn them all.
And then they let her down.
And they just left.
That was her last word was...
Yeah, well, I guess the plan is to go back now and something. But yeah, I don't know. That was her. Yeah, burn them all. Fuck them.
I felt so cool when she said what I said, and then I felt dumb. I was like, what the hell?
No, I thought the same thing. Because when Dany walked back, I thought that's where she was going. I thought Drogon would have took off then. I mean, she don't listen to Missandei necessarily, I guess.
Yeah.
But I thought for sure that would be immediately beeline for the dragon, or Drogon comes to her and she starts burning. But they can't. They made them powerless because scorpion bolts.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to bring the Hulk up again, but it's like, yeah, right. Drogon's over there scared to come out now.
Right. Like, I mean, he's just seen his other brother die, and now he's the last of the dragons. Nakia Emmanuel, thank you for the, let's see, this is in the regular chat, Q&A of Drogon, Rhaegal, Viserion die. Will there have a Jaime Brienne baby, Arya Gendry baby, and Jon Dany baby? 3 children and 3 new ones are born. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible if they still remember what they said before about, takes death for life, maybe. Although that shouldn't really be a magical thing. I mean, they actually had sex, so there's always a chance, right? There's always a possibility. And what happens with Arya? Like, no, I'm not a lady. Fuck you, Gendry. I'm not marrying you. But what happens if she actually ends up pregnant? They're not. I don't know if they'll go that route, but I'm just saying. It's always a possibility.
I grabbed a quick question for you. Andy Perkins says, "Who is the Dornish prince Varys mentioned?"
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
we didn't do Quentin. I mean, maybe Quentin Martell. I don't know. We didn't do Quentin in the show as far as the book character being the prince. So I don't know. No idea. At least they didn't mention there's other people still alive. There's other armies out there that like people are saying that Dany could get support from, that they're not going to do, because now she's just weak and has no armies left and no dragons, and you can't use dragons because scorpion bolt. So now she has no real power to get the throne back. I guess that's the idea. So and it's the thing. Do you save the realm from Cersei by killing her and a bunch of innocent people too? That's the big argument. Why not to burn it down anyway?
Yeah. And
then rebuild it, I guess. So I don't know. Let's see here. Let me oh, this jumped way down here again. Let me try to find where I was on the super chats. I saw Jake's. I'll get to Jake's in a second. I'm sorry. Let's see.
Right back.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second, guys. Trying to get it. All right, there was Lowe's. I've never been this mad at the show. And then Mr. Fantastic was Cersei and the Bolts. Ressa, let's see. Ressa68, thank you for the super chat. You said everyone reverting back to their old selves. Maybe that's the point. People's hearts never truly change. See, yeah, I don't buy that. I don't buy that you just throw out the idea of everything that all these characters have been through. You just throw it out the window because they literally changed, and now they're just like reverting back for what? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. This big battle they just went through and survived and now celebrated with each other. It doesn't make everything not count that happened to them before. So I don't buy the idea that they're just suddenly all of a sudden back to their old selves. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not human nature. You do change and you grow from things and all that kind of stuff. But again, the whole thing is they're trying to use the RLJ as a divisive thing, is what they're doing. And that's basically what it boils down to for me. But hey, and you got to say here, John said, "Look, I'm gonna tell my family, but I trust you. I swear not to tell anybody because it doesn't really matter. I don't want this throne." And he tells them in stanza tales, and then that gets in Tyrion. Of course, Tyrion and Varys discuss it, and there you go. I mean, she's still playing these games because she don't trust Dany, which that's what I'm saying. There's no reason now not to. There's nothing been given to her that she's going to somehow screw over the North or whatever. She's going to let them live in peace.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense in that regard.
If you were John, the way Sansa was so hesitant to promise, I think I would have been like, no, that wasn't really convincing.
That is true.
Come on, give me a good one in front of all the other three. The other two. I mean, I want to hear a good promise
in front of a Godswood, in front of a Heart Tree, and then Bran knows that she's told.
Yeah,
she knows he's the one. I don't know. We'll see where they go with it, but it's just making complicated things happen.
Bran said, "It's your choice." And as soon as John says it, I bet Bran.
Bad choice. I know, he's like, bad choice. Let's see. Ian, thank you for the super chat. Ian Gossett, Bran's regressing, I think, head trauma, amnesia. Well, Bran didn't really do anything differently, in that sense. He just hadn't done anything. It just ended up being not important for the show at all. Like, there was no point in ever going to be a three-eyed raven because he didn't do anything to, like, kill the Night King or help or whatever besides flying some ravens. And we didn't even get a reveal on what he was sleeping about the whole time when he was napping.
And I totally expected that.
Yeah, at least, like, something. So, Bran's just kind of a moot point at this point. Like we said, he's not even being helpful in them traveling back to fucking Dragonstone. Which, I mean, maybe they don't think of that because they think everything's cool in there at King's Landing, but they're not. They get ravens about everything else, but never about where Cersei is. I mean, Euron.
Ooh,
they never get information about Euron or where he's been or last seen, but they get scrolls from everywhere else about everything else. So it's just like, what's missing? You know what I mean? Are those birds not making it? Are they not? I don't know. Antonius Lamont, thank you, Antonius. I appreciate the super chat. A look into the past is pointless now, but they're doing a lot of pointless shit. So do you think we'll get a look at the past through Bran? Maybe the real reason they'll burn them all. They keep bringing that up in his visions, and I think it just relates to Cersei.
Yeah.
I used to think that they'd give us a big reveal about what caused that it was probably Bloodraven or Bran, perhaps, I think more likely Bloodraven trying to, like, before he recruited Bran, since he was a recruit, trying to do something to prevent the White Walkers or whatever. And we, of course, mentioned the God's Eye and God's Wood and all that stuff, or the Isle of Faces, to kill the Night King, to kill the magic that made him.
Yep.
But now I don't think any of that really matters. I think it's probably just pointing to Cersei and her wildfire trick, whatever that, if that even happens now.
I see. Yeah.
So I think that's really all it means. And of course, before it was just, and we also got him seeing the sept blow up. We saw the wildfire going off in a vision.
That's right.
Maybe it was the sept. Maybe it's this season 8 thing. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see. Zapod, I believe. Thank you for the super chat. All the interesting parts happen on screen. What the fuck? I think you meant off screen there. Like all the conversations.
Right.
Yes, they cut away from the conversations you wanted to hear. In a lot of sense, a lot of occasions. Kind of like the Bran Tyrion thing we were talking about last episode. They just cut away, which has been a great conversation. You'd have got some information.
You're damn right.
Jay Crook, the North remembers. Aha, ungrateful jerks. Really, it's crazy. By the way, thank you, Jay, for the super chat.
Thank you.
Zapod, thank you for the super chat. Hi, I meant off screen. Okay, there you go. He meant off screen. You didn't have to do another super chat.
That's cool.
To correct it, man. I appreciate it. Melissa Clark, thank you for the super chat. According to the books, the salt of the sea strengthens dragons, so perhaps Rhaegal is not dead, and maybe he is stronger, bigger than before. That's why Euron looks scared shitless in the preview. I mean, I don't know. I think they've always thrived in volcanic areas like Dragonstone. I mean, I don't think you can recover from that. I really don't.
If it wouldn't have...
If you would have got the next shot, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Because you don't know how... I mean, but it penetrated the scales and looked like his heart. So I think he's out. I don't think he's coming back. That was a quick way to get rid of the rest of the 2 episodes of Dealing with Dragons, is all it was. I mean,
sucks.
It was the shock of... It was just another thing of Euron showing up at just the right place and being Euron and without ever being challenged ever. They've never... I mean, like Theon rescued Yara should have lit the motherfucker on fire. They should have did it before that when Dany arrived in Westeros after the first attack.
Right.
Should have immediately been in the air, find them before it was any scorpion bolts, and then burn them all. I mean, that's it. That should have been been done. Steve, thank you for the super chat. You're not looking at Dany with an open mind. She wants to take the throne when she's not the next in line. She's got selfish motives. No, I agree with that aspect. I said that maybe before you posted this, Steve, because it's probably a little old. But I get the idea of her being fixated on the throne herself while at the same time wanting to break the wheel. Yeah. And Targaryens are a part of that wheel. I get that. But my whole thing, and so I've always said that she will eventually learn, and when she gets to that point where she can take the throne, she will decide, you know what, let people decide, like she did in Marine. That's all I mean. But now it's like they're completely focusing on like her going back to only caring about the throne. She did care about Jon in the North, otherwise she wouldn't have went.
Right.
And that's why she learned they were real and went through the whole process and lost now 2 dragons and all this other stuff. So, I mean, yeah, she's got a little bit. That's what I mean. They've all of a sudden transformed her into Viserys, who she hated.
Yeah,
and like in one episode is what I mean.
And she's playing the part too. I mean, the facial expressions that when she's acting, she's looking that way.
So it's clearly not. I don't know. I'd love to see how the actors feel, like literally feel about these episodes, because they can't go out on talk shows and say I hated it. But we'll get some insight at some point. Let's see. Cosmos of Chaos, thank you for the super chat. To break the wheel can be no dragons or wolves. The end game is something new. Arya is the end game. She will close Blue Eyes, Green Eyes, Cersei, Night King Blue Eyes, and Brown Eyes to be determined, possibly a third twist. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, though. I mean, that never actually meant that. That was retconned last episode. That was never foreshadowing for the Night King. So, therefore, it was not foreshadowing for Cersei or Walter Frey or anybody or whatever. You know what I mean? There's a million people with green eyes and blue eyes and whatever. So, it's possible, but now it's not going to be a twist because people actually expect it. People actually think that she's going to go be the one to kill Cersei, and she may very well be. I don't know why they would do that, to make her be the assassin, everybody's assassin to fix everything. That she's never had a connection with the Night King storyline. That's why people had a problem with her being the one. I didn't personally have a problem with her being the one to kill him, but Jon, the main complaint I think from people were Jon never got his moment. Now he tried, but he raised the dead and he ran or whatever like a pussy. so he never fought him. Now, but it didn't have to be Jon.
So I gotta ask you this, because I was thinking it and I just read it. 3D Zener, or however we've said it, 3 Designer. Rhaegal in the ocean draws a kraken from the deep sea. Kraken eats the dragon and stays at sea level to kill any and everything. I was going to ask you this off camera, but since I saw that there, is there a chance that a dragon falling in the water, because the kraken's been mentioned before.
I can't see the show doing krakens. I don't even know if the books will have krakens. I mean, maybe, but I don't see that happening in the show where there's another creature introduced.
This late in the game.
This late.
Without a hint or anything.
Yeah, without any kind of hints or anything. There's just no point in it. There's no point in that whatsoever. Like, because Euron's not doing any sorcery stuff.
That's what I mean by hints and all that.
And there's never been a thing where they controlled krakens in any way that I'm aware of. Let's see. The Lady Eternal, thank you for the super chat. Gendry's proposal might have worked if he had left out the Lady of Storm's End part. So salty tonight. Yes. It's just all kind of culminating into this very odd. And again, I'm not saying that everything has to go my way. It's not that at all. It's just I think a lot of people feel the same way. You just don't exactly know what to think. Mm-mm. And this is just how we're talking it out here. So
that's all we're doing. Yeah,
that's it. Ian, thank you for the super chat. Arya is catching up to Jaime. Perfect face.
There you go. It is the perfect face. Yeah. Everybody's been wanting to see it.
That's true. I mean, that could happen. Jake from State Farm, I'm upset. I need a hug. See?
Yeah.
Henry Curry, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a question. Stephen Zhang, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a question. And then there's another one, Stephen. Thank you. Why did Arya say she might never return to Winterfell? She literally said, "This is our home and we're family" in the previous scene. Exactly. Yeah, this was a little early, about an hour ago already. We were so behind. But yeah, it didn't make any sense for her to do all that family stuff, for the Starks, pack of wolves, and then she's going to take off. And again, I think it's fine if she goes to help with the war that they promised, but she left alone. It's like, did she tell people?
Right.
I guess she did. I don't know. But was it just for her and the Hound to have a couple conversation, a little conversation on the way when they're going to skip most of that anyway?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Shanice Marsh, thank you, Shanice. Speaking of Edmure, how could Bronn ask for Riverrun if Edmure's still alive? They just messed it. That is true. That is true. They never. Yeah, he's never died. He was just thrown in a dungeon, unless they're telling us that he died in the dungeon. But they can say that. Say it. Jamie could have said, "No, I'm sorry. He's it's taken," or "Okay, well, it's open." Something.
Yeah.
To give us an Edmure closure. Really, really odd. All right, let me grab a couple more of these and we'll go to the regular chat, and I'll check Patreon again. Try to get caught up here. Lady Eternal, Jamie realizes his... by the way, thank you for the super chat.
Of course.
Jamie's realized he's to be the one to kill Cersei after Sansa told him about Rhaegal in the bitchiest way possible and told that she did walk off, kind of. Told Bran about all the bad stuff because he's realized he can't be good with a good man while Cersei's alive. Maybe. He definitely put on the hard exterior, I'm an asshole, to leave. I don't doubt that at all. So I don't think he's rushing to aid her, but try to save the child.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts. Dragon, thank you, Desert Dragon. Appreciate it. They cheaped out on Ghost, so they will cheap out on Nymeria. The fake Dany drama and almost everything else is forced. D&D were rushing and leaving, massive plot holes. Everyone, please don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, I think you said pretty much what we've been saying, man.
That's so true.
It's at least on the first viewing, unless there's little things I've missed or not thinking about. Again, it was just kind of wow. it's just needless, is what I mean. The whole point of all this is needless, and it's just for shock value or more drama that's really unnecessary. This is why I'm saying that the Night King should have been the final thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. As
torturous as that long period between seasons was, I would have gladly waited longer if they needed it.
Yeah,
if they felt rushed or something and did all, I hate that.
Yeah, right. And it's definitely rushed. Colin Gallant, thank you, Colin. Just saying hi, guys. Been a while.
Blast from the past.
Sure has. Have to go to knee surgery in the AM. Take care, and I still watch the content. Oh, damn.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah, I hope that goes well, man.
Good to see you back.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Bear Jude, Bear, thank you for the super chat. Varys and Roz are talking about Pod. Varys asked if he's really large. Roz says no, and the girls he screwed couldn't describe why it was so good. I don't even remember that. We got an answer? I don't remember that.
I don't remember it either, but now I want to know. I want to see it.
Yeah, now I got to check on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he just sang now. JF, thank you for the super chat. Don't see a question. All right, let me jump over here really quick into the regular chat again and see what's up. Trying to catch up, guys. Trying to get questions from everybody if we can. Yes, please don't, Scott said, please no leaks. If there was an episode 5 leak, I heard there was, please do not discuss episode 5 stuff, please. I don't know if that's true or not. I just I stayed off social media this afternoon after hearing episode 4 came out again early on Amazon or something, and then possibly 5 somewhere, so I don't know. Let's see. Muse, they're still missing my super chat. I just hadn't got to it yet, Muse. There's a whole shit ton list. I'm trying to get down through it. So we'll try to get to that, obviously. Let's see. Janelle Walden in the chat here. With the way they've undone 8 years of character development for everyone else, I wouldn't be surprised if Jaime still want to be with Cersei. Yeah,
well, that is so true.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they will, but I mean, I see what you're saying.
Well, you can't bet against it.
You can't.
I guarantee
you can't. Like one more try. Like you just like started a new life almost with Brienne and getting away.
So crazy.
But I really do think that he
knighted her, dude.
Yes.
Then deflowered her.
Yes, exactly.
He's got to have something noble planned.
I hope. I mean, I think like I said,
break it off in her easy.
Yes, I think he definitely wants to save this child that he does know is there, but at the same time, he's not. He can't be going back to like actually serve her. There's no way.
But see, I don't even think the kid's enough because he left there knowing about it. You know?
That is true, and he's probably expected to die.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
maybe this battle changed him, scared him.
Aiden, Snack Lad, no, I have not seen any leaks. Please don't discuss leaks. I don't know anything about. I stayed away from leaks today since the episode leaked early, but I heard episode 5 did. Please don't discuss episode 5 if that is true. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's see, the Dork Knight. There's the Dork Knight Q&A. Damn it, I'm losing it. Who in the Seven Hells is writing this nonsense, throwing shit fan service at the wall? Dragon survives, and Ice God is a drunk pirate kills him. Yeah, I mean, the Euron thing is really getting old about him just being everywhere at the right time. That's just what kills me about it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's understandable if we find out that he knows there's some traitor inside that knows and sends ravens, or riders or something that far to King's Landing to say, hey, they're on their way, ambush them here. But, I mean, are we supposed to just guess that? I don't know. It's just really odd. And they never go, and like Dany, I yelled at the TV when she was charging, mad as hell, and then saw all these things and decided to turn away. I was like, oh, shit, just go. Now she's just going to fly around the ships. They can't turn around that fast.
Nope.
The Scorpion bolts, I'm assuming, don't pivot.
Right.
Because they're in the front. You can't fire through your own mast and shit. Burn them from the rear and they're done. I mean, that's it. You have no more Euron fleet to deal with. Should have happened a long time ago. Let's see. Where was it here?
It'd be funny to get Euron in the
Josh
rear.
Miller. Wait a minute. Josh Miller, sad. What's that?
It'd be funny, poetic to get Euron in the rear.
Yeah,
after he talked about,
there you go, with the finger at the bone.
About it, yeah.
Josh Miller, let's see, sad. I came back to give them a second chance, but just Night King fanboys. Great episode, classic Thrones. As for Euron and Dragonstone, it's like 10 miles away, and that would be logical for them to return. Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm saying in totality, right?
Yeah.
They've been everywhere at the right time, all the way up to Castle Rock, which I get that because they knew the plan, or that they lured them into that at the time. Not being a Night King fanboy at all. We just, we're told.
You got, 3 bolts hitting their mark on one dragon on a open sea moving.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, nobody could,
Right, and it's not about the Night King. I'm not wanting him to win. I don't know what that even means. Night King fanboy. I just want information and him to be more than just revenge. That's it. Just because now think about it. What did Bran ever go to Beyond the Wall for? What did he go for Beyond the Wall for? What was he ready for? What did Benjen say he was going to be ready to do? I mean, just sit there and be bait? He could have done that, up there. I mean, there's no...
Right.
It's just no point. That's all we're saying. They're just leaving out crucial bits of information. So it's not being a Night King fan, but I don't even know what that means. Let's see here. Let's see. JF, thank you for the super chat as well. Don't see a question. Uba, the ever booming, thank you for the super chat. Bolts have been used before. Only vulnerability is the eye. Hellhole got lucky with hitting the eye of the Meraxes. Yeah, this was back down in Dorne, exactly. They shouldn't have hurt Rhaegal. Now, I agree. They're supposed to be, these are obviously bigger than arrows, but yeah, it's the armor on dragons is supposedly insane, and so just for him to get 3 of them, especially, 1 maybe,
right?
Slips through the scales, you know what I mean? But 3, I think 3, 2 in the heart, 1 in the neck.
Yeah.
And I know they were firing a lot, so I'm not saying he shouldn't have been hit.
But we didn't see others miss before until those 3 hit, and then all of a sudden you start seeing.
And then they all missed, and when Dany just banked, even though they were still coming from a whole line. So whatever. And again, I expected to lose a dragon. It's just another weird surprise that he's in the right place at the right time. Like, you know what I mean? Because even though they're very close to King's Landing, doesn't mean they know when exactly they're coming to Dragonstone, or if they are coming to Dragonstone. Right. But they haven't given us information on, like, if there's somebody in there reporting this stuff to them somehow.
The only L he's taken is when he was screwing Cersei and Theon helped Yara escape.
Yeah, right. And then Theon didn't think to maybe set him on fire on his way out.
Right.
I don't know. Just saying. Super chat from Asterix. There's Asterix with a super chat. Thank you.
Awesome.
Dany should not get any credit for the win at the Battle of the Long Night. All Melisandre, Bran, and Arya. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, they all did their part. Melisandre had a big role, although it was kind of temporary, didn't last long. Bran sat there, and then, I mean, which is fine. I mean, if he's playing the bait, that's fine for the role in the battle. Arya, fine. She did the job, the actual stabbing. But Jon and Dany were flying around burning the shit out of whites, and they could have opened up with that and burned them all anyway.
Right.
Before the storm got there. So I'm not saying Dany should get all the credit, but something. She did come up there. She didn't go. In other words, remember Stannis, right? Stannis was Azor Ahai, he thought. And then he realized and learned to rule the realm, first you have to save it. That's why he went north.
Yeah.
Dany does the same thing. In order to rule the realm, let's save it first. So she does all this, and then she gets a little toast. And now everybody still don't trust, or Sansa started the idea of still not trusting her.
That's right.
After all the meetings and talking about it, whatever. And now I agree. As I said before, on both, to be fair, Dany should say, look, just take the damn north. Fine. Yeah. I agree with that. But that's the conversation she'll eventually come to. Like, she'll realize she shouldn't be queen. And so I've said that before. Her focus is too much on the throne.
It may take a baby to shake her up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Maybe that's what the reveal will be. Lady Eternal, the crickets after Dany asked anyone knew who ruled Storm's End with the Baratheon bros dead equals the sound of the writer's room, and they asked themselves the same thing. Yes, I agree. They couldn't say like, Oris Baratheon the 14th, cousin of, but yeah, there's nobody there apparently. It's really odd. You could say something,
right.
There's nobody really ruling it there. There's still some Baratheon cousins living there, but there's not really a lord.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You could say something. But then again, the North may not care. So I get that too.
Right.
Let's see. The Lady Eternal, Varys didn't say who the new Prince of Dorne is because the writers have no effing idea who it would be with House Martell extinct. Yeah, I mean, exact. I guess. I don't know. They could have. They know the characters, so they could have said. And I don't know I don't know. They write the episode. Other people help write the episode, and they go over make it final. I'm assuming.
I'm sure. Yep.
But the director has their own take and stuff as well. So I don't know who does that and who decides who to say what, because the time is really far past. As far as the Martells and their storyline in the book, so they may not actually know, but they could have just made one up or something. Because Quentin is in the books is way past, like he's over in Essos, almost basically dead. He's dead. He got burned up. Where Tyrion's the one who released the dragons in the show. So if they say Quentin, then that's not in line with the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Please unsubscribe, Gamerstein, whatever. Please get the fuck out of here.
What's happening?
I mean, they're just saying bad video, unsubscribing 20 fucking times and 10 thumbs downs. Got it. Got the point.
Cool. Yeah, man. You don't have to agree.
Right.
I mean,
say it a couple times. That's cool. We get it.
Dan, did we say something wrong? I don't know. Is it wrong to have an opinion on the show?
Y'all can have an opinion on us. That's fine. But that dude, just trolling. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I mean, I've been here for 4 years, and we'll be here for 4 more. So we're just talking about things we love, and if we love it, we can damn sure criticize it. Let's see. Lady Eternal, Varys didn't say who the new Prince of Dorne. Oh, okay, that's what I just got. Sorry, lady, I just talked about that. But yeah, I don't know that they would have, because they obviously know Quentin Martell, but the time don't fit. So there's nobody really after that in the books because we don't have any books. So maybe they just avoided the question basically. Sammy, thank you for the super chat. Dracarys on all these sobs.
SOBs.
Oh, SOBs. Yeah.
Hell yes.
Exactly. Alicia Davis, thank you. Alicia, CGI budget run up so dry by CGI creatures. I guess so. I don't know anything about their budgets, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You think they have a blank check?
You think so? But yeah, I mean, I can get that to a degree, but maybe that's why they killed off Rhaegal just like that. I mean, it's also to enrage Dany some more, just out of the blue.
Yep.
And then Ghost, goodbye Ghost. No petting, no nothing. Just take him with you. He don't belong down here. Wait, been there the whole time. Kai, thank you for the super chat as well. Appreciate it. Aegon / Rhaegal, The Last Dragons. Well, Aegon, Rhaegal's, not. I mean, Drogon, if you're talking about actual dragons, we'll see who is the last dragon as far as Targaryens if they go this route, Dany versus Jon, which is just totally unnecessary. But, oh well, it's their story, his story.
I don't think it'll happen.
What?
I think it'll look like it's going to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At least that they
love will win.
Yeah, they maybe, but yeah, they.
You know, I'm gonna say that. You know,
yeah, of course. No, but yeah, they definitely either way. They definitely wants to think that is where they're going. Again, I still have said that Dany will think about this kind of stuff and realize she is focused on the throne too much and all that stuff, and let people decide. Let's see. Lady Eternal. Germ needs to change his attitude about fanfic because no self-respecting fiction writer would even consider posting something as badly written as OOC and as season 8 and OOC is season 8. He has said he don't like fan fiction. I didn't really look into why though, so I don't really want to. I don't really know enough about what he thinks as opposed to, you know what I mean. What's fanfic? What's the difference between that and any other writer? Other than them just using other people's material, I guess. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. This was again first viewing and just first thoughts. It's just off. Atri Med, I think it is Atri MD 64. Thank you for the super chat. Recall Rob turned Grey Wind away before he died. He didn't. What do you mean turn him away? He had him in the kennel. I don't know what you mean turn him away. He fought with him the whole time. I don't ever remember him actually turning him away. I mean, he put him in the kennel just not to hurt anybody else when he died. So I don't know if you mean right before he died or some other time that I'm not thinking about. I'm not sure. Gina Tricky, thank you for the super chat. We don't know what the setup is between Fagon and Dany in the books. I just think it's a condensed version of however that will go down. I'm trying to have faith. Yeah, it could be. It could be the Fagon thing or Aegon in the books versus Dany, or maybe maybe he's the third head of the dragon. But you don't have to have 3 people or Targaryens for that. So I don't know what they'll do. We shall see. But he's already in Westeros taking shit over without dragons, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's probably. I think the RLJ thing, at least for now, in the show. Seems like that's John's kind of taking the Aegon piece from Aegon in the books, or Fagon, who's already here trying to get the crown without dragons when Dany's still a Marine. So maybe so. Chevin, thank you for the super chat. Bran hitting Tyrion Bronn hitting Tyrion took it too far. That's not him. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
It was.
That's all we're saying.
Far.
It's just too far for Bronn as far as he's come. So it was just odd that he would actually even consider it. To me, after last season. There was Hairless Oysters. Thank you, man. I think he's all long gone, but be safe. Stay hydrated. Oh, shit. Jump down to the bottom again. Where was... Damn it. We're trying, guys, to get caught up here. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're kind of close to the bottom, I think. All right, let's jump back over here really quick. Let me refresh this Patreon because it is not refreshing. I don't know if anybody's posted here again or not. Let's see, what is it, 12:45? So people are probably starting to head out of here, but there's a couple more here I'm going to try to grab. Damn it, it never loads right. I'm getting sick of that. LC Manny, what about the Glovers? Yeah, I mean, they're just gone. That was just the way to get them out of the show. Just get another group of people out of the show. You're not going to see Glovers again. Cal Jojo, maybe thank you for on Patreon. I may be way too optimistic, but is there any chance that the episodes feel incomplete because the show will be better judged as a whole? Like one long movie broken up 6 times might feel weird, like Avengers cut 6 times probably feels far less satisfying than 2 did. I don't know. I mean, look, I've tried to stay optimistic about it because, again, there's always been issues, right? I mean, you can't perfectly adapt a book. And I get that. I get it's 2 different things. But, I mean, it's supposed to be the same story, and it's just really odd. I can't see how they go this far with some of these characters only to, like, have them backtrack. And again, I know like Jamie's not going back to being bad Jamie. I don't buy, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have this big battle that unites you all, and they actually do the toast and celebrate together, but they still hate the queen, the dragon queen. You know what I mean? And she's got to learn to let go of the whole "I want the crown" thing. Fuck you, John. Because he is the rightful heir in the sense over her, but that should be changed too. So there shouldn't be a problem when they're both on the same team, and he don't care about it.
Right.
There just shouldn't be a problem there. They're lovers now. You know what I mean? But she has to share the power. So what? Get over it. So I agree with that. I'm not just completely like defending Dany on everything here. I get that, and there needs to be a little bit of that drama, but it's just overdone and unnecessary. At least so far. Daniel Carter on Patreon. Thank you, Daniel. I really don't want to know what to think. Nothing on the Night King. No goodbye to Ghost. Yeah, I guess we need the Winds of Winter and Dance of Dream of Spring. Yeah, that's the thing. It was just really odd. It's not in John's character to just ignore Ghost and not pet him and just give him away. That just don't make sense when he's the one that got him here in the first place. Dragon, thank you, Dragon on Patreon. Hey, fellas, so what happened to Euron figures out Cersei's kid is not his? Well, if he does, assuming that kid's still around, when Jaime shows up, then he will try to kill her. I still say, but that's what's going to keep him in check for now. But he may not get the chance, because I do think that they'll finally surprise him and burn his ships from behind or whatever it may be. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully.
I'm trying to stay on top of it. I'm not just over here texting and shit. I'm dealing with some shit. I'm sorry. We got people posting legit leaks. The mods keep asking, can they kick them?
Yeah, no leaks.
Use your judgment. We trust you guys.
Yeah. Don't no leaks and bullshit and trolling, none of that shit, nothing. No.
And Muse is saying we missed the super chat for so long that it's gone now, and I'm trying to get Muse to repost it, but I'm not good at this, making people's name light up and shit. So
Muse, I do see a super chat from you right here, and
that's what I've been telling. There's nothing there.
It's right here. It's way down on the list, but it says there's no question.
Yeah, I saw that, so I was trying to be proactive and get them to give it to me. But
Muse, I see the super chat there. I don't see a question though. Thank you though. If you can try to post that to a mod, they can repost it to me. But I just haven't got to it yet. I mean, there's a whole list where we're down kind of close to the bottom here, but. We're trying to catch up, but yeah, there's not a question there actually anyway. So I don't know if you just didn't type one in the thing or if there was another one, but if you can just repost that to a mod, please. And yeah, take anybody just actually purposely posting spoilers, that's fine. Use your judgment. Let's see here.
And I'm back.
Let's see here. I was right here. Here we go. I think it was B1 Mary. Thank you for the super chat. Remember last time Dany was PG, she was pretty vicious then too. Also, Cersei is Ramsaying Dany, but she can pull a Harrenhal fly high. Yeah, that's what I was saying before about the whole scorpion things. They're just making them like the dragons useless. Like there's no point in dragons. So it's like you can go straight down on the castle and do what you want. Let's see. Stefan Simon, thank you for the super chat. Whole episode felt off, and I'm worried for the finale. I agree. It was just something off about it. It was odd. And maybe that's what they want, as far as the Night King dying early and then leaving us with these same people coming together that all of a sudden are now not together. That's the weird part. Dragon 5616, thank you, Dragon. The Hound will burn the mountain, but will have to burn himself to do it. Arya will mercy kill him with an arrow like John did Mance. Yeah, that was one of our predictions actually with Val, was her remembering where the heart is. So he will use fire for that, no doubt. And that will come back into it. Not because that wasn't for the Night King. They didn't know she was going to kill the Night King. You know what I mean?
Right. It just happy coincidence.
They now it kind of fits. But I think that's the Hound's fate with fire. I see a super chat from somebody saying Japan. Thank you, appreciate it. Just says Japan.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Do we have people in Japan watching?
I think you'll go there sometime before you die, right?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Absolutely. Randall P, thank you again. Sansa may not have told Tyrion. Maybe she told him to ask Sam. Also, there's a new picture on the Patreon page. Episode still sucked. I will check the Patreon page. I don't know. Did you post something there? I'll check that. Appreciate it, Randall.
Thank you.
Arturo Longstrokes, thank you for the super chat. What the fuck happened to the show? White Walker's gone forever. Yep, they are gone. There should be no coming back for there's no Night King. It's all gone. The whole magical thing's over. Eric Newcomer, what's the third twist, or did it already happen? Well, we don't know. It could have been Arya, but I don't think that fits the third twist because they said in their own thing they wanted to do something different, not George R. Martin's big twist. So one of those twists that we see in the next 2 episodes will be the one in the books. So I'm sure we'll know when we see it, I would think, because it should be a shocker. But then again, remember, Shireen was not a shocker for a lot of people, and that was considered a second twist. So I don't think it's happened yet. Ninjas United, thank you. Dragon armor is coming. I hope. Maybe that's what they do, but why would they wait now? That's the problem. They know this has been an issue. That's why they haven't done anything with the dragons. Because of the armor, it's like they should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
So now would be as good a time as any, I guess. But I'm just going to doubt it.
And adding the armor doesn't make them invincible. It just seems like the smart thing to do.
Right. It's if they are in the show at least you have a chance of one piercing a bolt. Wear it.
Right.
Make it. I know it's big, but come on. You've built castles and shit. You can do it. Muse, there's your super chat again. Muse, I don't see a question, but thank you. If you can get that to a moderator. Onyx Rose, thank you for the super chat. They're really going to have Arya kill Cersei with Jaime's face because they set that up hard. Although at first Jaime was seeking penance, but after the show they blew that theory up. It very well could be. I will not doubt it at this point. It still kind of fits with Jaime. Jaime, killing Cersei, but it's not really him, is what I don't like. But will he die in some other way, or will Arya kill him to take his face? Would she still do that now? She shouldn't.
Right.
He just helped save Winterfell with everybody else. That's what doesn't fit. That's what I mean. She's back to her list. I don't know.
Doesn't.
We'll see how they do it. Ninjas United, getting blacksmith makes armor for Last Dragon. It should have already. But maybe. I doubt it though. Randy Suimatsu and Regal was going in the water. I think I saw Fonzie jumping a shark. There you go, Fonzie. Fonzie's in it. I wouldn't be surprised, Randy. Appreciate it, man. Patrick Pilkington, thank you. Bran is evil. Children of the Forest use past dweller Bran. No, I don't think he's evil. I've never bought the idea that Children of the Forest were evil and their story's done. We're not going to see any confirmation either way. But yeah, I mean, the Blood Raven and Children were never evil. They just did a horrible thing and corrupted nature when they made the Night King.
I think I've got that from Muse.
Okay.
Thanks, Matty Benz. Hope this is it. It says, didn't Euron hear Tyrion give away that the baby eats Jaime's or eats? He's that thick. I don't know what the eights mean. Does that make any sense to you? Didn't Euron hear Tyrion give away that the baby?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. When Tyrion said your baby, Euron should have been saying right there, wait a minute, how does he know?
I thought the same thing. Yes.
Yeah, so
yes,
that
did.
is definitely an issue. I don't know if they meant to do that where Euron's, because you didn't see Euron's face going.
At the time you did not, but I wonder if
was that scene in there, maybe somebody caught that where he's like, wait a minute, how did he know? Because as far as he knows, she just found out about this pregnancy.
Right.
When this was
I was thinking the same
year.
thing, dude.
So not a lot of time has passed, obviously, if she's not showing yet, but yeah. Euron should have been questioning that right then. And we'll see if they use that, because it didn't make sense in the scheme of things.
Yeah, I thought you hated him. How would he know?
Exactly. Andre Gant, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a question. Patrick, thank you again for the super chat. Night King was a shaggy dog diversion. I guess it really doesn't make sense that you put that in the prologue of book and show, and it ends up being just kind of a 2-second thing. And again, he's always been there, and it was a great battle, and they overwhelmed him and whatever. But it's, again, I don't care about the order necessarily. I don't care about Arya doing it. I care about there's no information or backstory. He's just a straight villain who wants revenge, like every other villain in every movie and show ever. That's all. Cat Lover, thank you. The joke Cersei will kill us all is the last twist. It might be. I mean, I don't know. That would be odd. Very odd ending to a story that started off this great. Aetherion, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Gendry and Arya's rejection may end up having some poetic mirror hashtag, or not hashtag, but Robert/Lyanna? It might. It might. Like, I mean, she could like change her mind or think about it or whatever, but it just was very odd for her to be all up about family and everything, and now like pushing the assassin thing aside, using her skill in the fight for her family, and then she just just disappears. I don't know if she told Sansa or Jon or whatever, and then just goes off with the Hound, and then literally says, I don't plan on coming back. Like, is she saying she might die, or she thinks she'll die? I don't know, exactly. It's very off. It just feels off after the whole, family talk. Raina Marie, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Just lurking, been a rough week, but wanted to say D&D are butchers.
That's funny.
Everybody's picking up. LC Manny.
That's awesome.
Been right the whole time. Johnny Cash, thank you for the super chat. Dany, fool me once, shame on me. Tyrion, let's talk to Cersei again. Again, Cersei, shame. Yeah, it's like right. It's like at some point she does got it. She has a point to some degree. Like, okay, I've listened to you 50 times now, and nothing's changing. So
right.
Also, Johnny Cash, thank you again. Do you guys predict Grey Worm is going to do anything stupid or get some righteous revenge? He's going to damn sure try and die trying. Yeah. I mean, obviously Noth is not going to have. We did call that.
Agreed.
We thought it would be last episode like it should have been.
Yep.
But it was her to go be the. And me and Val mentioned Cersei getting a hostage. It was just odd how it happened. But yeah, he's going to go out dying. He will definitely.
You know it.
There's no reason for him to live now. That's all there is to it. He's already said they were ready to get the hell out of Dodge. Bear, thank you for the super chat. Euron is the goat with a scorpion. Exactly.
Can't argue with that.
Whoever it was, him or the other ones, whoever got the neck shot from the side was really the goat, because the scorpion went straight and then turned midair, or the dragon did. I don't know which one. But he was like straight up, and then all of a sudden one hit him from the side. I didn't see him turn. Did you? I don't remember. But I'm usually not nitpicky on things like that. But when you have these major things that are bad, then you start picking up on every little thing. It's like, come on. And I don't want to be overly critical, but come on.
I know you want to know this, so I'm going to ask. This is a Q&A from Paige Roberts. Thanks, Maddie Benz. It says, Q&A, the name of the episode, The Last of the Starks. Thoughts on the name?
That was the name?
Yeah, evidently.
Really? The Last of the Starks? Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Me either.
Right offhand. I'd have to think.
Episode, I can't.
I mean, yeah, that's weird. The Last of the Starks?
That don't hit me.
Who's the Last of the Starks? I mean,
that's what I'm wondering.
Sansa's still alive. Arya's still alive.
I think it
Jon
might be Sansa.
Jon.
Bran's not Bran. Arya's not Arya. Jon's not a Stark.
I guess
Sansa is the last of the Starks.
I don't know. It's really odd. I don't have a feeling that fits even fits this episode
at
all. I don't know. That's odd. I have to think about it.
I thought you'd want to know though. That's why.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, because they I don't know why they keep thinking this is going to spoil things. I mean, I can understand a couple of things, but damn. Let's see. Carla M, thank you for the super chat. And why come back from the dead to die again? Why survive the fire to bring dragons to die? What the hell, people? Got sick just watching this episode. I'm pissed. Yeah,
you have a right to be.
You do. Look, here's the thing. The fandom got divided last week with the whole Arya Night King thing, but there's a reason for it. I mean, when you love something, you don't want to see it like go to shit. And yes, everybody has their own opinions on how things should happen, and you can't get everything you want, and that's impossible. Nobody can, but it's just really odd in the direction. It's like a sudden right turn out of nowhere, and it is just for the shock value. It's not like following the story that they set up with all this great stuff and all this great character development for the last 7 seasons.
Yeah,
and it's just it's like just out of the blue, just to be out of the blue, and that's not. Yeah, it's not good.
If you're, a huge sports fan, passionate sports fan, and your team's owner trades away, key players, and your team starts sucking, you can cuss the team and cuss the owner all you want to, but still love the team.
And you're considered a hardcore fan.
Yep, still
but
love
then
the team.
If you criticize a show, this is a fictional show. It was just we just dive in and try to figure out what's happening.
All you want to.
Yes. So yeah, it's just that. That's all it is. It's just a conversation. It's not going to affect my life, know, in any way. I mean, as far as how this ends, I don't give a shit if any of my theories are correct or whatever.
Right.
I think it's cool to dive in and try to figure it out. But
it's been so cool
when they go against the rules and they give you all this stuff and you get a lot right, and then they start changing the rules.
Yeah.
Where it's not really foreshadowing anymore, then you can't. Then it doesn't make. That's when it.
Yeah, let's get back into rhythm, guys.
Exactly. Jay Crook, thank you for super chat. Thanks, fellas. No question. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Canadian Unicorn, appreciate the super chat. After watching the last scene of the preview episode 5 with Euron, it seems like he sees something surprising in the air. Could they get more dragons?
I think we were right earlier. That's his death scene.
I think it is. I do. I think she'll finally come in like
full
from the armor, from the back. But then again, he's looking at the back of the ship, maybe like he's expecting him to be here, and then she shows up in a different place, which would make sense. Could be the armor thing. I like that idea, but I don't think they'll do it this late.
That would be cool.
But yeah, I'm hoping that will be finally the end of that whole bullshit thing where they should have had him going a long time ago.
Oh yes.
Arturo, again, long strokes, appreciate it. You're telling me that's it for the Night King, no explanation, nothing. What the fuck? How can they actually do that? Makes no sense at all. You think that's it? Yeah, I do.
Arturo, sounds like you're on the same page as us. We were expecting this episode to give us, if they were going to give us any payoff on that, it was this episode.
And I think they blew it. There's not going to be another Night King discussion.
I don't think so either.
But thank you. Top Shelf Fandom, thank you, Justin. Appreciate it, man. Don't see a question, though. Randall P, thank you. Cersei's not showing. It's 1,500 miles from King's Landing to Winterfell. Dany's team went from King's Landing to Winterfell and back without Cersei showing. His pregnancy 5 years. Right, that's what I was saying earlier about. I can understand the other time jumps where you can't show them traveling the whole time.
Yeah.
But Cersei was pregnant last year.
Right.
And now you've had all this time and there's no baby bump or nothing. I mean, I didn't have a clear shot of her either, but I don't think there was. Mr. Dew, thank you for the super chat. Just saying hello. Hi. Yvonne Lee, Clegane Bowl, Aaron Horn. Yeah, that's definitely coming. Got some unfinished business. I thought, see, that doesn't really fit either, though, because he's done with War 2, right? But now he's not. He was sucked back in. I can understand that. He helps with the long night. It's over.
Yeah, he's different.
But now he's going back to kill his brother, which is fine. I mean, we all kind of expected that, but it doesn't really fit either.
I was disappointed with him in this episode, too.
Arturo breaks my. Thank you for the last super chat here. Breaks my heart. Night King was my favorite part. Yeah, I mean, that was the big thing. Arturo, is they set him up from the prologue, book and show of this kind of creeping thing going on in the background when nobody cared because they're politics, and then they just kind of ended it with no explanation at all. Tom Boone in the regular chat here. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. Did Jamie Font gay to keep Brienne from going, knowing he's going to repeat history as Queenslayer and thinks he will die? I think what you're saying is, did he front being an asshole? I don't know what you're saying.
Probably.
I think. Yeah, so I do think, like we said earlier, that he did put on a front like, I'm still a bad person. You don't want to mess with me, just to get out there and make it easier for her to hate him, or so to speak, not to let him go. I think that's the idea, is he doesn't expect to return. But again, he will probably try to plead with her if he gets an audience with her at all.
Yeah.
One more time, because he does have a child in the mix, and that's just my opinion. But I think he, hopefully, it leads to him killing her, because it's just poetic. But now it could be Varys.
That's right.
It could be Varys. And I will say, I wish Varys would have something, instead of talking about betraying Dany already with no real reason, have him help her by doing something with Qyburn. Just, you know what I mean? That's where it makes sense, you know? It doesn't make sense with the whole, we're already talking about treason, when it's like, what has she done?
And show them, counsel her, not in the war room, you would think that a counselor would.
Yeah.
You know, in private.
Exactly. I mean, she's listened every single time, and she's got tendencies because she wants to kill her and beat her. And that's where her fault is as a person, because everybody has faults in this show. That was the beauty of it. They learn from it. And I certainly thought the last couple episodes with her seeing, people liking John, and she starts to think about it, and Sansa and their loyalty and all that stuff, starting to think about, I'm part of the wheel too. So that's what I thought they're going towards, and maybe they still will somehow. I don't know, but it's really odd. Matty Benz, Q&A, D&D declined to comment when asked if the White Walkers were gone forever. Is there a chance they create one to deal with Cersei? I'm grasping at straws trying to make sense. Yeah, no. I can't see that at all. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, everybody's grasping.
You're talking about, recreating an evil that has to be stopped. You know how hard it was the first time. You would never do that again. That was a no for nature. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see that happening. But you never know. I mean, they could think about it. But I think the Night King's he's done. You would have to have a child with a certain spell with dragon glass and a weirwood tree, and I think they're done.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, here's Muses. I think this was the other one, or maybe the first one. Thank you, Mizuma. Appreciate it, man. Muse is asking, I believe my super chat question was if Varys was going to try to eliminate Dany. Well, he's implying that. He certainly is implying it. He said we all have choices to make. I pray we make the right one. So I don't think he's decided yet, because there's really no reason to yet. But that's what he's implying. I'll do what's best for the realm, regardless of who it is. Now, Jon seems to be the best guy. Somehow, I don't know how that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just figured it out in one episode, and we all had dinner together. So he's the better ruler. Mr. Do, SmokeScreen is the best. Thank you, Mr. Do. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Arturo, so next episode, final battle, and then epilogue. I think so. I think that's what we get. Final battle, and then the whole. I don't know. I'm just assuming now. And assumptions are the mother of all fuck up, so I could be way off. Obviously, that the last battle or the last episode might be all epilogue now. We expect the second half of it at first. But now this is coming to a head very quickly, so I think we may have an epilogue, episode 6. Big Cincy in the regular chat. What's up, Big Cincy? Q&A, Chris, you think Jon's true identity will destroy his alliance with Dany, or do you think they can work it out? P.S. Leaving Ghost like that was whack. I agree. I do think they can work it out. The question is, will they? Will they go that direction, or they want us to believe they're going to be enemies for some reason, where Dany goes Mad Queen because she's getting tired of losing her dragons, losing her armies. Euron Greyjoy's been a thorn in her side, obviously. They're wanting us to think that at the very least, that's where they're headed. I do have hope that at the very end of this thing, she will say, you know what? I didn't come here to rule. They should decide. The people should decide. And therefore you start a council or whatever. Like she already did in Marine. That's kind of my point. Like she's already did this stuff. Why is she back on being the ruler again?
Try to get that one right there. Nick.
This one?
Yes, that's a good question.
Nick Vassi, thank you, Nick. Why didn't Cersei keep Missandei in the Red Keep to stop Dany from using Drogon on the next episode? It's a good point.
It is, ain't it?
It makes perfect sense. Exactly. But it's like, that whole scene was crazy. They're out there with 14 people. They could have literally ended the war with a battery of arrows.
Right.
And there would have been no war. You would have had a dragon mad in the background, but you eventually, I guess you can kill him easily. But you have assurances if you do let him live that nobody burns you, because you're going to be right beside, Missandei's going to be right beside you.
That's right.
So that was why you have a hostage, and then you wasted your hostage. It just shows you she did it to piss everybody off, and it's just dumb.
Yeah.
It was a dumb move. It really was. Okay. So I think we're caught up there, and we'll come back. Let's take a stretcher, and then we'll come back for another 20 minutes or so, I think. We got big bugs in here.
No.
Are you laughing at something? All right, and I think there's a couple more Patrons as well in here, but we'll grab those. So we'll come back, go to the regular chat. So kind of last call for super chats while we're caught up here, and because I want to get in the regular chat as well if we can, and grab a few more questions there. You got Jaxed. Thank you. Where is Yara? I think Yara's gone. I don't think she'll come back. I really don't now. I mean, they may have her show up maybe and help kill Euron next episode or something.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of
cool. I could totally see that.
Finally coming from behind with she's got 4 ships. Now she'll have another 100. But yeah, they did mention she retook the Iron Islands, so maybe she'll show up to help with that and kind of help. But I'm just kind of, if I had to place money on it, I think I would bet that she's just done, because it felt like a goodbye to Theon.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a stretcher really quick so I can use the men's room really quick. So give us a couple minutes, guys, and we will be
right back.
Cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king. back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Alrighty. I think we're back, and let me mute that there. Alright, so really quick, who was it? Michelle sent us this. You mentioned earlier, you mentioned the General Lee showing up. We wouldn't be surprised. And I said, somebody make a damn meme, and I'll be damned if we ain't got one. Let me share this screen really quick. Let's see if this is on the right thing. So I'm going to share this really quick. Let's see. Tell me this is the right display. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. So there is the General Lee and Euron sights that came across. If Dany would have attacked from behind, then the General Lee wouldn't have died in vain. So there it is. There's Euron's point of view. That's just
going down. Got the bolt stuck in it.
Yeah. Oh, so thank you, Michelle. That's awesome. That makes about as much sense as some of the shit that happened this episode. So Anyway, there's all the laughing out loud.
So much.
Thank you, man. That was cool, Michelle. And this just posted on the SmokeScreen YouTube. I'm sorry, the Facebook page as well, if you want to see it again. So it's on the Facebook page. Thank you, Michelle Clark. Really appreciate it. That's awesome. Oh shit! I had to show that off. Nicely done. Exactly. So hopefully anybody in here now will get that if they watch the stream back, because we said earlier you never know what could happen. You mentioned the general league. It makes
predictions anymore.
It makes as much sense as anything else. Okay, let me check everything here, make sure we're caught up. Let's see. Churro, thank you for the super chat again. Are all the children of the forest dead? What about Bran's mark on his arm? Can the Night King come back through him? Why does Bran live in the past? Yeah, I think they're all gone. I think that was it in the show, at least. The mark on his arm, they didn't address it. I'm assuming it either vanishes or maybe it's just scarred. I mean, he did actually touch him and it's like a cold burn. So I guess it's still there. We don't really know, but it doesn't have any effect. There's no magic there anymore as far as the Night King stuff. So that's all gone, I think. I mean, just my opinion, they could do some kind of crazy shit, but it wouldn't make much sense now.
Yeah, I feel like
but he's just saying that he just has all this in his head, I think, and that's why he's not really Bran Stark anymore and doesn't want to be Lord of Winterfell. Muse Anjanou again, thank you for the super chat. I do not see a question there again, though. Thank you. I don't know if you meant to have a question there. If you do, try to get it to a mod in the chat. Ragsy, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Varys is a Blackfire? In the books, I do. I think probably, but obviously they're not going the Blackfire route. Couple Patreons here. I think we had K Dubs. I kind of hope Bran kills Varys and Qyburn by having crows, little birds, peck their eyes out. Then he might be useful for once. Do something, man. I know. Do something. Mark Clark. The show went from watching a Ferrari go real fast to watching a car crash in slow motion. That's a good analogy. At least this episode. I mean, again, it's just. I don't know where exactly they're heading, but it seems to me they're heading to a bad spot. And I understand it was never going to be a happy ending. I'm not saying that at all. I didn't expect a full-fledged, give me everything I want, because we don't like all just straight fan service.
No.
Some fan service is great, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that. Karen Gates, aside from the normal complaints about this week's episode, Ghost could run into Nymeria and her pack, and B, where were the multiple dragons? There could be a clutch of dragon eggs. Yeah, there very well could be. We talked about a long time ago, one of the last scenes being more eggs somewhere, to imply they could come back if we lose.
So those
Drogon.
are two sparks, of hope. Ghost could run into Nymeria, and there could be dragon eggs.
Yeah. So we'll I mean, I'm going to doubt it, but we'll see. They could go that route. LC Manny, yeah, I'm starting a movement. D&D your butchers.
You're getting some legs.
Yeah, exactly. Case Souza, what's up, man? On Patreon. At this point, I fully expect the ending to be a group of musicians playing a version of "Don't Stop Believing," and then the screen will go black. Or in Lost fashion, it will be Tormund north of the Wall, and he will encounter a White Walker, and it'll just be a throwback to Episode 1, Season 1.
Oh, Lord.
There's no telling, man. That's what I didn't understand right there with Tormund. Like, I expected him to survive, to be the rep of the Wildlings, being a part of the kingdoms now. They're just going back to the wall, beyond the wall, where it's just so fun to live in all that snow all the time. But now, okay. Now, though, there will be some spring up there.
Yeah.
Like we saw before. I mean,
there you go.
Hopefully at least tell us that in the prologue and the epilogue, that there's now balanced seasons or something.
That would be awesome.
At least give us some little piece of something that comes from killing the Night King. So hopefully. Mark Clark, if the General Lee jumps over a group in the show, will we hear the horn? Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Roger posted this as well. Posted a picture of the General Lee jumping Euron ship on the community page. Thank you, Roger.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it. I'll check that out. Yeah, I can't even remember what it sounded like. You did that earlier. Lady Lopez, thank you, Lady Lopez. I thought Ghost was going to do something cool this season. Did I miss something besides him losing an ear and getting left behind by Jon? No, that was it. That's all he did. He fought. Apparently, he survived and got some injuries and lost an ear, and Jon just gave him away. Really, really un-Jon-like. Does John plan on never coming back? I feel like his last conversation with Tormund is foreshadowing something. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely their goodbye. I think Tormund's just not in the show anymore. I think that's it. You would think he would say, I'll go fight for you again. But again, is it for Dany? I don't know. I guess it makes sense for them to go home now. He's not involved in the kings and queens of Westeros thing. So he's still
true.
So he's still kind of precluding himself from all that and going back beyond where there's no rules and kings.
You're right.
So I guess in that sense, that's fine. It's just odd they decided to go. I don't know. I guess they love the real wilderness.
Yeah, he promised to do what he did.
Right. Roger Pitts, thank you, Roger, on Patreon. Why couldn't Dany just fly Drogon to King's Landing at night with no moon, when nobody can see up in the sky, and just start having him melt the Red Keep?
Very true.
We just ignore stuff like that, Roger. You're not supposed to think about stuff like that. I am an overweight retired teacher, and I can come up with better tactics than most lords and generals in Westeros.
You're right, Roger.
A lot of people could, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't get into. I completely understand. I mean, because they have a lot of old school battle experts and stuff, and it doesn't seem like they follow their advice. But I won't get into all that because I'm not going to nitpick every little thing like battle tactics and stuff because I'm not an expert by any means, and it is what it is. But yeah, there was definitely some issues last episode for that, and this meeting was just weird. Let's see, Cal Jojo, I will check this Twitter. You got a link to Twitter here. The ring broke your pod theory, Chris. Yeah, let me.
Ringer.
The ringer, that was said. Let's see. A reminder from pod to always shoot your shot. What is it? Oh, back here with the chicks. I never even saw that. Interesting. Okay, so Pod did go hang out with some chicks. All right.
Yes, he did.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I did see Pod. I remember the smiling shot, but I didn't remember him standing up back there. I never saw that.
Me either.
So yeah, this is
we got to watch her again.
Yeah, but this is why we watch it again. I mean, we do. I mean, this is the first take, so to speak. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Toro, really quickly, grab these last couple of super chats, and we'll grab a few more from the regular chat, and then we'll get out of here. Bran is a useless POS. The Night King was pointless. I mean, Toro, thank you. I mean, pretty much, that made his whole story kind of pointless, I guess. I guess he just warned they were coming. Maybe that set in motion everything. I don't know. You have to think about it. But really, he didn't. It's just disappointing. He didn't do anything mentally to help fight him.
And this next question is the most important question.
Yeah, and Arturo's asking again. Thank you. Do you think this is Germs ending or just D&D? Again, I'll just kind of defer to what he said. He said in his own words on camera, literally 2-3 weeks ago it was, with a new interview. They've already said in many interviews that they will spoil the books. He gave them the major beats and the characters' fates. They're going to be the same. Now, they could be lying. I don't know why, because they bought this story.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going by what they're said. It's supposed to be very similar. Again, details different, obviously, because you got different people, different houses involved, and Aegon and all this kind of other stuff. But we don't really know. I think we will be surprised to see that there's a lot more in common than you think. And that's what I've always been saying. I can only go by what he said. That's all I know. I don't have any inside information. Ragsy, thank you, Ragsy. I think there were more dragon eggs from Cannibal. Oh, Cannibal the dragon. Yes, I'm sorry. You're talking about Fire and Blood. Yeah, there could be. But will they bring that into the show now? I don't know. Raina Marie, thank you for the super chat as well. Poor Ghost broke my heart with John. Yeah, it was just crazy.
You got Ghost, Brienne, and Gendry. Heartbroken.
Just
trifecta.
Crazy. In love with Arya. And she's like, nah, not a lady. That's not me. Really?
Crazy.
I mean, you're all about family and staying home and protecting the family, but you're disappearing now I don't know. It's just odd. I don't know. And again, I didn't expect her to settle down and get married and, put on a dress. It's not about that. It's just about where people, like you've been saying, all these people change and they think they want one thing and then it comes to another, like Dany and the Throne. They have a one-night thing and then she still kissed him like they're a couple, and then she denies him. And it's like, you would think over time she would start thinking, yeah, once this war, maybe go help with the war.
Yeah.
Maybe say, let's discuss this later. But just to straight up say, nah, it's not me. I'm just going to go off, and I don't expect to return.
She had already lost that tunnel vision.
I thought.
We saw it.
Exactly. They undid it almost. It's really, really odd. All right, let's see here. Let's grab a few more from the regular chat here, and then we'll let you guys go, and I got to start doing rewatches and videos, I guess. Thank you, Connor Heerly, for subscribing. Thank you, Bissong, for subscribing as well. Lizane, Agordo Fabulous, Steven Jensen, appreciate it. And Ryan Livingston as well. Mr. Do, BGF 159, and then it missed all the rest, so thank you guys. Dragon Q&A, they foreshadowed Varys' death in season 7 with his chat with Melisandre. Do you think Dany will find out about Varys plotting behind her back and execute him? Well, if he's openly said that, now her and Tyrion are both like on the chopping block. They could be, just for having the conversation, which is really odd that they needed to have this conversation when it's so early. Like they pretended that she's got these horrible impulses all the time,
right?
And that she's done all these horrible things and killed a lot of people, and it just hadn't happened. Mm-hmm. It's like two different shows, or like they're living in a different reality than we're watching, or something. So,
and what have they done? They took Jorah and Missandei, her two biggest supporters,
yes,
who would keep reminding people if should they forget in their presence, and now they're gone. So yeah,
right.
It's like she's gonna get railroaded,
right? And she didn't purposely attack after Euron killed Rhaegal because of Missandei. It's like, you don't think she still got her head on her shoulders? She walks up with 14 people, could have easily died.
Right.
It's so weird. Janelle Walden, so Cersei keeps passing up chances to kill both her bros. What did Jaime tell the phrase about making threats that aren't prepared to carry out? Yeah, that is true, and that's it does lead me to believe that at least Jaime may get the chance to take her out. Because it's almost like the Starks and the wolf pack. You leave one wolf alive, the sheep are never safe type of thing.
Yep, that's right.
So it makes sense, but again, I don't know. There's nothing really, at least this episode, for me, again, first watching, didn't make sense in a lot of ways. On both sides. Again, I'm not trying to defend Dany versus everybody else or whatever, just a lot of weird things. Kapow, why did Jaime leave? I think, so we were just saying, I think it's not to be with Cersei again. It's not that. It's definitely to try to save the child and whatever, I'm sure, but maybe he plans, maybe he's already thinking about it, he's got to take her out, but he had to be an asshole to Brienne to make it easier to leave, or whatever. But I don't know why. Think about it. He could have just said, look, I'm going to go kill my sister, if you thought that, or I'm going to go try to talk some sense into her. She's got my child. Yeah. I'll be back. Love you.
And I told you,
I don't know.
He played the. That was a player's move when he's like struggling with my knot.
Oh yeah.
She goes to help him, and he's like, go straight for her knot. I got yours, no problem.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It was. Which I'm surprised they had that scene. I'm really surprised I never expected them to actually admit each other's love for each other, and then go and have an actual off-camera sex scene or whatever. I never expected that to happen, so that was kind of cool. But then it was a backtrack. Well, not on his part. I can understand the whole child thing, to go try to take care of Cersei one way or another. Whether he's thinking right now, I'm going to kill her, or he's thinking, because you can't kill her, right? She's pregnant. But maybe after, I don't know exactly what he's thinking. But it seems to be setting up that he'll be there and do the deed.
And the ironic thing is now Brienne's pregnant.
Oh, see, that's what I mean. Everybody's is screwed now. There's a chance there's always a child involved now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know. We'll see. Tiffany Oliver, no Lord of Light. This is Bran using flames and images to further a purpose. I agree. I've never believed in any gods. I think it's all the same source. So maybe Bran purposely, maybe it's just like signals they pick up on in werewood.net, people who learn to read the flames, but apparently a couple of random people that don't have any training in this magical art can too, like Stannis and the Hound. Diggs, Kingslayer going to be the Queenslayer. Hopefully, I always said that fits. It's the most, it's the perfect ending for her, for me personally, and I think a lot of people actually. It's just poetic because they didn't do the Valonqar piece exactly, obviously in the show, but he is the younger brother. He was born first, or I'm sorry, yeah, whatever order that needs to be in, as a twin is what I'm saying. So that should work. KDMC, why did John leave Ghost?
Part of a master plan.
Yes, involving the General Lee. It makes no sense, Kate. That's what we're saying. Like, you don't have to. I mean, yes, you can go south.
Yeah.
And leave him in Winterfell to hang out with Sansa.
Makes no sense to his character, plot wise.
It makes no sense for him to say, they don't really belong here. It's almost like he pushed off the wolf side to be a dragon.
That's
like
the way
said,
I
and
took that. Yep.
But it's really dumb because he don't belong. Like, he's the one that, like you said, he's the one that literally said you're meant to have these dire wolves.
Yeah, and somebody in the chat said they were born real close to Winterfell.
Very, yeah, in the Godswood, like right up the road.
Yeah,
just not the, just right up.
Be way up there with you.
Exactly. It makes no sense, and then not to even pet him, say bye, just like he'll be happier there. Really? How do you know? Did you talk to him? I mean, I don't know. Really odd. Just get rid of the direwolves. No need for them. I mean, Bran could even still use him in some way, since there's no other wargs in the show. Really odd.
Oh, I thought you meant it's like a
service dog.
Yeah.
Well, that too. I mean, because he can go get him shit.
Yeah,
he can fetch him. He can warg him and go but he can learn just straight up too. Service dog.
I really, as soon as you said that's really well.
Jan Tenio, Q&A, how did Tyrion know about Jon? Sansa did not tell him. Yes, she did, off screen. She turned around and she stopped him when he was leaving and said, Tyrion. And then it cut, and that's when she told him. So Sansa gave up the goods after promising Jon that she wouldn't. And then, of course, Jon never really promised Dany. He said, I need to tell them. She said, I just told you how we can keep this a secret. But he never said, I promise you.
Right.
But Sansa and Arya did, and she turns around and tells Tyrion to undermine Dany.
Right.
And that was it. So she's playing these political games, and there's no reason for it. That's what we're saying. All right. Let's see. Let's grab a couple more. We'll get out of here. Thank you, Ataro, for the super chat again. Do you guys hate this season plot-wise? I do so far. I mean, this episode by far is the worst as far as for me. Again, first viewing and not, maybe I missed a few things or whatever, but yeah, it just didn't make a lot of sense after this uniting battle where they all did their funeral thing and everybody seemed to be on the page and they celebrated. I can understand Dany getting a little, paranoid, like you were saying, and then, Tormund, because Tormund did raise a cup to her, but then he gets drunker and he's talking about Jon getting murdered and everybody's giving him the attention. So she's feeling a little left out.
Yeah.
But so I get that, but for that to become Mad Queen, it's just crazy.
Here's the way I feel personally. This season started off really cool. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
All the way to the end of the last episode when he died. And then that right there, that point is when I've started having a problem with this season. So I can't say this whole season has sucked. I think right there and then this whole episode has just been, what the hell? Who took the training wheels off or something?
Right. That's true. Very true. Zara, thank you, Zara. Chaos is a ladder. I mean, it's like Sansa is for whatever reason. Instead of just having these conversations about the North, like, does it really matter if Jon is king in the North or warden of the North? Does it really matter in the scheme of things?
Nope.
It's essentially the same thing,
right?
And he even said, Tyrion said, "You will be Lady of Winterfell." You realize that because he's going to be in King's Landing.
Yeah,
they're lovers.
That's right.
So I mean, why would you undermine Dany by telling Tyrion that, and because they all of a sudden think that and Jon will be a great leader, but Tyrion even said himself they can both be leaders.
Yeah.
But why not? They can agree for her to be the queen, and he's technically king because they're married or whatever, but still she's the shot caller,
right,
if that's what they want. Anyway, it's just one of those things. I don't know if any of you guys watch Cobra Kai. I love the show, but what pisses me off about the show is nobody ever communicates. And that's what, and it's like we all know what everybody's thinking, but they don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
So they end up fighting. And it's just kind of pointless in some aspects. I mean, I know we got to have drama, and there's times people know stuff that we do. We know stuff that they don't, but eventually, it's like there's just no point in this after they're all in Winterfell and bonding together.
And one more last point I'm going to try to make is when Varys told Tyrion he was drinking a lot, I was already thinking the same thing. Do you think Tyrion's consumption is going to fuck something up, or was that just does that end there?
It's almost saying like we came on here on this stream saying everybody's regressed.
Oh yeah, duh.
It fits exactly what we're saying. He's falling back into drunk
Tyrion.
Tyrion.
The fact that he hadn't had sex in a long time.
Yes, he had done all this stuff to straighten up, and now he's going back.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, kind of.
I'm glad I said that. Yeah, you're right. He's just with the rest of them.
Let's see. Doc Cade, thank you, Doc, for the super chat. Bran told Sansa and Arya Jon kept his honor. That is true. Yeah, I mean technically, but it was his choice though. But he didn't. That's the thing. Jon never promised Dany. Like he never said that. He said, "I need to tell my family," and she's like, "Just don't." But he never said, "Okay, I promise you I won't." He decided to. Yes, Bran actually did the deed, but somebody didn't uphold their promise. I'm just saying, just to undermine everybody, I guess. Because think about it. If Tyrion leaves there, they have no idea about Jon. They're not arguing about is he a better ruler at that point. Right. They're just trying to keep her on track as they always have.
That's right.
That's all they're doing. There's no other option, I guess, but they needed another option to start setting up this division.
Yeah,
I guess.
And Tyrion said it's our job to question.
Yes,
and
look out for their what their decisions and try to advise them better and all that stuff. Let's see here. Let's see one or two more maybe from the regular chat here, and then we'll get out of here. It is 1:45. Let's see. Seth Ricky Steiner got a joke in here. I'm sorry. Did you read it? Actually, it is good. Oh, that's funny. There's JB Bost. What's up, JB?
Right. What's up, brother?
Q&A, did you notice Sansa pulling a little finger and hiring prostitutes and getting women to fuck people, at least in Winterfell?
At the feast in Winterfell.
Yeah, at the feast. I never took it like she did it, but yes, like normally there's not.
Now that you say it, though, it does seem like she was behind that.
Yeah, because there's not brothels in Winterfell. Tyrion made that point. There's one in Wintertown, and the servants aren't supposed to be whores.
That's right.
So they bring them in from Wintertown or something? That's a good question.
She does seem like she did. Because she was licking her lips and cutting her eyes and touching his hand, and I think she was wanting him to take a whore. And when he didn't, she came and talked to him.
Yeah, she said she could have made you happy for a few hours or whatever. I didn't think about it. Didn't think about it that way. Good point.
Good point.
Anyway, that's a good point. I'll look closer on the rewatch. Matty Benz has a question from Razio. This is a good question, and I really don't know the answer. We can guess though. What happened to Heartsbane after Jorah's burial?
I asked Chris that.
It's a great question. I don't know. They didn't show it. They didn't say anything. I'm assuming Sam would get it back.
I would hope.
I think
because you said no more monsters, that are of any importance or whatever. It doesn't seem
right.
Like.
So you would think that Sam would get that back. And didn't they say something about I'll get it back or something after the battle or whatever? Because he said you still have families, like something, but I don't remember exactly. I have to look back and see.
You're right.
But I would assume that there's no more point in. There's no Mormonts to take it in the show anyway, so it wouldn't make sense for Sam not to take it back at some point and hang it on his wall. Because now if he chooses to be, him and Gilly can go back, and he is Lord of he's going to be the Lord of his castle. So there's no point in him not taking it. Eric Newcomer, what's the point of Valyrian Steel now? There was never a point. Obviously, they never killed White Walkers with it. I mean, yeah, they did whites, but. I mean, and it does kill whites now. They kind of changed the rules on that. Remember a few years ago. But that's what was a big complaint last episode was they didn't even kill White Walkers. Like, you didn't have any of the main characters fighting White Walkers, so they all stood in the back. Which I understand that concept. I understand the battle plan on their part. They just hang back and let the whites do all the dirty work and don't risk anything. But people wanted to see that, I think, for sure. Yeah, I think Sam can go back to Hornhill and write the Song of Ice and Fire, I guess. I guess that's the way they're going. Yvonne Lee, thank you, Maddie, for grabbing this. Thank you, Yvonne. Sorry if this has been discussed, but I've been on and out of the chat, and inside the episode, D&D seemed to have opposing ideas on Jaime's intention for leaving Winterfell. Was that intentional? I have not seen this yet. We're going to watch this after. So yeah, I don't know. I have to check it out and see what
you were right.
What's that?
Somebody said Jorah said he would return it after the battle.
I thought there was a thing, I'll get it back or something, telling him to stay alive, basically. Yeah. I thought there was some line like that. So, very cool. So he can take it back to Hornhill and hang it on the wall and be Lord and write a book or something called A Song of Ice and Fire, if he wants. Maureen, this is a good question now that this weird episode, the Golden Company, will they switch alliances still? I still think they will. But again, it's really hard to say. I mean, because they're going to break a contract because we've been told they never break a contract.
That's right.
So I don't know if they find out because it's Jon or Dany or Targaryens or whatever, but they should know now that they're fighting a Dragon Queen. They were just there. You know what I mean? They were just there outside the gates with a dragon and stood there. So
that's right.
What makes them change? I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens. I still think they probably will. Like in the book, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure they will. Because I mean, look. Here's the thing. I still don't believe that Cersei's going to win the whole thing. It's going to be, this three-way thing almost now. It seems to be. At least they want us to think that. So I still think she'll lose. But right now, she's got the upper hand after again the Army of the Dead wiped them all out. Let's see. All right, last super chat here. Ninjas United, thank you.
Thank you.
What's the bank debt? Is that playing a role? Well, there really shouldn't be now as far as Tycho in the Iron Bank. She, I don't know, because she did get the Golden Company. So technically she would owe that or whatever, but they're there. So I don't know if that'll even come into the picture anymore as far as the Iron Bank. I think you're just done with Essos altogether and anybody related to Essos. Alrighty, last one and we'll get out of here. Let's see. Jon Snow.
Thank you, John.
Q&A. Hound, Arya, Jaime, Pod, and Brienne versus 6 Kingsguard in the mountain to get Cersei next episode. Brienne's not going to be there unless she chases Jaime. Could be.
Because her loyalty lies at Winterfell now.
Exactly. Right. So she really shouldn't leave, but she may break her oath, even though it's kind of done. I mean, she fulfilled it already, but technically leaving Sansa there unguarded or whatever could be a break. You could see that. So she could chase Jaime and get there. So, I mean, I think it's entirely possible. Anything's possible now. And, of course, we're all getting the idea that Arya is going to do something with Cersei, but it should be Jaime, and is it Jaime's face and all this stuff.
Sansa
so I can see it.
Said she's hungry for Cersei's death.
Yeah, she did say she wanted to be there.
So she may go,
Well, I think she was saying in that scene, though, like, okay, I'm going to go when I know the battle's won and she's captured. Then I'll go watch her die.
Let's see.
But now we'll see what happens if she ends up going south. I mean, I would like to see her see that.
I would too.
I would love her to kill her, actually. I think that would be great if she meets her when she's in chains and she's, you know what I'm saying, and kind of a role reversal. But I don't know. Now she's kind of screwed a lot of stuff up with the whole undermining of Dany type thing. So, all right, last two really quick. I'm trying to not miss anybody's super chats here, but we're going to get out of here after this one. Atoro, how would you end the season? I don't know. I'm not saying I have perfect answers by any means. I just want a couple things, Atoro. All I'm saying is a reason for the Night King.
Yep.
Not just revenge. I mean, that's fine if that's what it is. It was just revenge because he was turned into an ice demon, but we had been saying it's a curse. I just think it gives it more depth that he was human and he kind of revealed that side to him.
Yeah.
So more reasons on who he was, Stark, related to Jon in some way. Whether it's true or not, just let us know. You know what I mean? Just a random first man. Why now as compared to any other time in history is the big thing for me. And then a sensible outcome where you have the good people, or good, we call them the good guys, ultimately defeat things and change things. That's the idea. It's not about the good guys always winning. Yeah. It's about the good guys like stepping up, like Dany's already done in Marine, and having people vote on a fucking ruler or a council. That's all I would do.
Learn from the past.
Exactly. That's supposed to be the whole point of this thing.
Yeah. And like you said, also the theme with not being held accountable for the sins of your father. Names don't mean a thing.
Right. All this stuff
that's been building up. Yeah.
Exactly. And I want all the Northern Lords, by the way, to learn the Targaryen thing so they can say, oh, shit, well, hell, I guess Targaryens can be trusted because we all love him.
Yeah.
We don't love Dany, but we love Jon. He's one, too. So that's why I wanted him to tell everybody in front of the hall, look, motherfuckers, you keep saying you don't trust her and all this stuff and you think she's horrible. I'm a Targaryen. And they go, what?
Right.
And then
hit it, Bran.
Exactly. And then they all start singing. No. And then, I mean, seriously, though, then he can go, you elected me your king in the north. You've seen all the shit I've done. It does my last name. I didn't even know it. It didn't matter.
That's right.
Ergo, change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the way I would end it. And Dragon, really quick, do you stay for the after show Jamie Explainer? No, we're going to go watch that now, Dragon. So we have not seen it, but thank you, man. Appreciate the super chat.
Yeah, Gendry says, I didn't know he was my dad till he was already dead. And John's like, a little tipsy, and he's like, I got one better than that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Matty Ben, just saying shout out to all the good people in the chat. Thanks for a good night. Sorry if we missed all your comments. Have a great week. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate you hanging out. I know I didn't mean to come on here and just rant about, because I rarely do that. But, I mean, you just got to say with what it is. It was just really odd, this episode. And I may rethink things and see it again and say, okay, that makes more sense. I missed something. But it was just the overall kind of regression of this uniting battle was not uniting at all, apparently. They just all went back to their separate little things. And, again, I do agree Dany's got to get her mind off the chair so much. But she still had a goal. They knew this going in. And so she's being vilified when she's not really done anything to be vilified, is what I mean.
No.
And now, like people are saying, Sansa's playing the Littlefinger game. Like, there's always something bad that has to be. You have to have bad intentions, everybody.
She is. Yep.
So, anyway, thank you guys, and thank you, Mods. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry if you had to deal with a bunch of spoilers, apparently. I'm not sure if Episode 5 actually leaked, but I guess that's what was going on. But thank you for dealing with all of that. I really appreciate it.
I do too.
And appreciate everybody hanging out. And again, guys, we try to balance this out and get everybody from Patreon who are supporters of the channel and super chats that come in, obviously, and then still want to make sure we've always made these live streams about the chat. We started these before there were super chats. We didn't know what they were. And they just started popping in. So it's just one of those things where we try to balance everything and get as many as we can. It's not about just, but obviously you feel obligated when people support the channel. I mean, this is, YouTube don't pay, so this is what keeps it going.
Right, man.
I can tell you that now. But anyway, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Love you all. I'm trying to think. Really quick. Protocon, mention that really quick. Link in the description. That happens in August. So we need to get a few more people signed up, I think. I think we got 17, I believe, so far. So our little mini con get together, meet up, that will be in August here locally. Check the link for that. You can check that out. We'll have goodie bags, and we showed off some of that gear. We'll show it off again. Episode 7, we'll be doing a live stream as usual every week, but episode 7, we'll be doing a charity stream right here after episode 7, 2 weeks from now, and it's over. Or 6, not 7.
Yeah.
6, I'm sorry. I'm stuck in season 7 mode. The finale of Game of Thrones.
There you go.
We'll be doing a charity stream right here, and then I'll set that up and post it early, and people can post questions if they give to the charity, which will be St. Jude, and we can read those questions, and that's how we do it. So we won't do super chats and all that during that episode. Anyway, that the book is now available that a lot of YouTubers kind of wrote a chapter in that is now on paperback, Audible, and ebook or Kindle. So that's on Amazon. Search for The Thrones Effect. Should be a link in the description as well of every video.
Really cool book.
So that's really cool. And by the way, you can go to audibletrial.com/smokescreen. You can get a free Audible trial if you sign up through that link, and you can get the book for free and keep it if you cancel the trial.
There you go.
So if you go to audibletrial.com/smokescreen, you'll get a free Audible 30-day trial. You can cancel it if you want to. If you love it, you can keep it. I highly suggest using it, though, for rereads and audiobooks.
Oh, yes.
But, yeah, you can get the book for free, and if you cancel it, you can keep the book. So you don't even have to buy the damn book if you want the book on audio, because a lot of people are waiting for the Audible version. So just a heads up on that. That's all out and available. And, yeah, I think that's it. We'll be talking again on Tuesday night on Twitch at 9 o'clock with Val, as usual, on Twitch Tuesdays. So follow me on Twitch there, and we'll see you there on Tuesday. Me and Val will be talking it up again about this episode.
Yeah.
By then, I've seen it another time or two, and probably
Val
done.
loves exactly how the show's unfolding, and so this should be a good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. So, yeah, well, we'll watch it again, and then we'll have, I think by then I'll have my review out and then preview for next episode and go through it. This may be a fairly quick one.
I'm not going to miss this one.
I'm not sure. I'm not. Well, I'll look at it in more detail. Anyway, thank you all. I really appreciate it. Let me move over here to this before I fuck it up.
I'm impressed we made it through this one. This was the hardest one for me.
Yeah,
to get ready to sit down and do this, because we were just like,
yeah, it's just off the rails.
So,
is what we felt about it. And
glad
I think
we
a lot of
made
people felt that way, and I'm sure people loved it, and that's fine too. Everybody can have an opinion. It's okay to like it. It's okay to not like it. It's okay to love part of it, and that's what I don't get about people being divided or mad when people don't like it or do like it.
Right.
It just don't make any sense.
I was disappointed I didn't see Brienne naked.
There you go.
There you go. See?
Exactly.
Can't make everybody happy.
Exactly.
All the time.
Anyway, thank you guys. Jeff Lawson, I'm sorry, I just saw that pop in last second. Let's see, Dave, will the Golden Company switch sides at this late date or what? Yeah, I think they still will, but who knows? We'll see how that works.
Did you already answer that one? Probably.
Yeah, I did. And then Jeff
sometimes.
Lawson, thank you for the super chat. D&D just got tired of doing GOT. I don't really buy that. I just think I don't know. I think they're doing, we don't have books or George's final thing to compare it to, so we don't know. A lot of people say like they're rushing it to get it done, and I can understand being tired of 12 years of a long thing, but I don't think they would purposely screw it up. I just think they're trying to do shock value for the sake of shock value.
Yes.
At least in these last couple episodes. Anyway.
All right, cool.
All right, so thank you guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you. I tried.
Hey, guys, we'll see you next time right here on SmokeScreen.
Take care, guys.
Cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our King. perhaps I can give you justice